Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. Hey everyone. How's everyone doing? Good evening, good evening. Ajowe Saloto. I hope you are all doing well. Good evening. Can you hear me? Please confirm. Daughter of Zion. Welcome to an emergency session. An emergency session of the show that was not planned. I thought I was going to see you guys tomorrow, but it's not meant to be. You guys know some things come up and we just decide to, you know, go with the flow as God gives us strength. You're welcome to the show. I salute each and every one of you. I hope everyone is doing okay. How's your weekend going? I hope your weekend is going well. Let me just be sure that, I have it on subscribers only because I only want subscribers only, you see. It's better for me, it's better for you, it's better for the comment section. Um, Only last week here, we were here talking about something very, very similar. Yeah, it's on subscribers only. Glory to Jesus. Happy Independence Day. Yesterday was Independence Day. Today is, you know what, today is second. Independence was yesterday. It's October 1st. That's Nigerian independence. Yeah, that has come and gone. 61. Nigeria is 61. Big deal. I beg, we're not here to talk about Nigeria. Let Nigeria take care of itself. We are here to take care of ourselves. Good evening, my people. You're welcome. Let's jump right into it. So, just last week, I was here to share a story with you, and we had a very, very heated conversation here about a couple in the US. And we were talking about all the issues why these things are happening. People were bringing solutions, people were calling in, it was 3.5 hours, I remember. Oh, today is Guinea's independence. Oh, really? Actually, the couple of, I understand they're from Guinea that we're talking about. Happy independence, Fatima. Oh, congratulations. You're 63 today. Okay. Congratulations. I hope you're not Agbaya like Nigeria. Oh, congratulations to you. Yeah. So we were talking about that couple in the US, and a lot of people made some very valid suggestions. We had a lot of brothers that day, and we were just talking about how to avoid this from happening because it seems like it is happening very frequently now, across the world in the diaspora with, men who have gone to marry women from Africa, and for one reason or the other, things don't work out, and then one person ends up being a casualty. So that was a very, very interesting show. If you haven't seen it, I strongly recommend that you watch that video. It's very long, but you will learn one or two things because a lot of brothers came and spoke. We were basically talking about addressing the issues and how to avoid this from happening in the future. Okay? And I was so shocked when I woke up this morning and another of my subscribers sent me an email and said, Auntie B, this show you did only 3 days ago, another one has happened. I was like, no way. Mm-mm. It's not possible for it to happen again so soon. My goodness. But it is not a lie. It is not a joke. This is the reality. As sad as it is, it's happened again. Okay? So what's happened is that it happened in the US. Let me just give you a brief overview. And I also have a video that I want to show you from a news studio in the US. Hopefully YouTube will not put me in trouble for that. But I think it's better to hear from the sources because they are the ones that first broke the news. Is on that news, is one of the networks in the US. So this happened in Ohio, a state called Ohio. It happened, and they are from Guinea. Yeah, Fatima is from Guinea. So yeah, it's from your country, Fatima. The man is 41 years old. His name is Fatoumata. No, that's the woman's name. His name is Mamadou Diallo. That's his name, Mamadou Diallo. I hope I'm not pronouncing it well. And the lady, the wife, her name is Fatoumata Diallo. She was 32 years old. Okay. 32 years old. Yeah. Smash the like button. I forgot. Thank you, Common Sense Sisters, for always reminding me. Sometimes when I have a lot of things in my mind, I don't remember. Yeah, guys, please smash the like button. hit the notification bell so you get notification whenever we do some of the shows that are not planned. Sometimes we just do them without planning. Yeah. So they were married and they have 4 children. Okay. The age gap is not that much. It's about 9 years age gap between them. And this happened just yesterday in the US. You can see there. It's in the state of Ohio. Yeah, I'm just giving you the man's name and the woman's name. So what happened is that the man, this man called 911. Okay. You know, when you call 911 in the abroad, is either they will ask you which one do you want. They will ask you which one are you want. I'm not opening it for people that are not subscribers. Ibrahima. Why should I open it for people that are not subscribers? They can watch, but they don't need to comment. You see, there are a lot of trolls that come here, and some people, all those, I don't know if you've seen some people that do those, they do some very nasty things in the comment section. I don't want that. So it's safer like this for me. Okay, I don't want anybody to stress me this night. So I'm going to leave it like this. Thank you for your suggestion. It's noted, but I will keep it like this. Right. So this man called 911. And like I was saying, Diallo, okay, it's Diallo, yeah? Okay. And you know when you call 911 in the diaspora, they'll ask you, is it fire, is it ambulance or the police? Which one do you want? Okay. Um and he called the fire service because there was fire in his house. This is what he told the police, that there was fire in his house. And the fire service came there, right? And prior to now, which is something that I really want to emphasize tonight, there have been issues. Police has been to that residence several times. Please take a minute to look at this. This is very, very important that we note this, yeah? Uh yeah. There is a history there. There's a history of DV. Please, this is very, very important. Pay attention. Whether you are watching this now or you're going to watch this later, it is very, very important that you note this. They've got a history of DV between the two of them, said the sergeant there. Bill Duffer is the sergeant, and he's in Franklin County, the sheriff's office. He said there's been many DV incidents at that home, and Mamadou is the owner of the home, and he was seen on surveillance cameras coming and going at the time of the fire. Okay. So as I was saying, he called the fire service to report that there's been a fire in his home. Okay. So the fire service came. My people, to the shock of the police, when they came, they decided to go into the house because I think I know what the plan was for this man. Yeah, thank you, Steven. Subscription is free. Yeah. If you can't be bothered to subscribe, then why should you be in my comment section? Go somewhere else, Biko. So I think the plan that he had initially was to set the house on fire and burn it down. Because they later investigated and found out that he was the one that started the fire. All right. But unfortunately for him, he didn't know that the the fire service people were going to go inside. This is the house. Let me show you the house. Remove this. So you can see this is the house, and that's the corpse there. In front of the building. They said the fire didn't touch the exterior of the property at all. It's only the inside. Okay. So you know how a fire will happen and you will be calling police, police, police. Yes, exactly. You got it. That is it. Evidence to burn evidence. That was the plan. So they were asking him in the conversation with the when he called the emergency number, are there people in the house? They asked him, are there people in the house? He said, oh no, I have 2 of my children with me. I have 2 of my children with me. Is there anybody in the house? He just said, my children are with me. They say they have 4 children, but it was 2 of them that were in the property at that time. So he came out with 2 of the children. He didn't know that the police, the fire people were going to go inside. Exactly. Peace, you got it. So when the fire service came to the house, they decided to go inside. You know, they will do their own investigation. If no matter what you tell them, you know, this is the good thing about this part of the world. They do thorough, at least they try, compared to where we come from, to investigate. So they went into the house, went to the basement of the house. My people, to the shock of the fire service people, they found the wife in the basement. He didn't tell the police that the wife is there. Even more shocking, my people, is the fact that when they found the wife, he don't tie something for, I don't want talking for language when YouTube go frown at. He don't already use what they call, I don't know if baba wire, like the kind of wire they used to wire houses, barbed wire, that's what they call it. Yeah. He don't use and take, do something to her. They found it on her neck. She's passed out already and she was gone. She's been deleted. That's the long and short of it. Okay? She's been deleted in the basement before the fire even started. So I think the plan was to, set the house on fire so that the house, everything would just burn down with her in it. Unfortunately for him, yes, like an animal, Miriam, very, very sickly and sad. Yes, wire. He used wire. They found it. That's what he used to tie her neck. And she's already gone. She's been deleted, and the fire had already started. So when the sheriff and the fire service people, everybody got to the house, the emergency service, they went to the basement and found her. So that's when they said, They asked you if there's somebody in the house. How come you never told them that your wife is in the basement? They now quickly figured out that, okay, he's trying to burn the evidence. Okay? Because she wasn't deleted because of the fire. She was already deleted. He'd already done what he was going to do. Okay? With the wire. The fire was just to raise the house down so that, it will just, international parenting. You got it. So he will burn everything, burn house, burn everything, then he can just say, I don't know where she is. Whatever information he's going to give to his parents. They are from Guinea, like I said, but according to the news, they said that that the man has family in Ghana. That's him. Very pretty woman. Very, very pretty woman. They've got 4 kids together. Just like that. My people, deleted as if she was no human being. I mean, the thing really troubled me this morning when I heard the news. I'm going to play you the video from the news station in a minute, but I was having this conversation with my husband this morning, and I said, what is this? What is this that is happening that men are having to resort to this when there are domestic incidents or there's, argument or something? And he said to me, if a man does not have control over his anger, and anger becomes wrath, this is what happened. When it becomes wrath, it's something that you cannot control anymore. Yes, 4 children. 2 of them were not in the house. 2 were in the house. So he took the 2 and left. They saw him in the CCTV. He came out. He called the police. Okay, let me open the video for you guys. I'm going to try something I haven't done. Hopefully it will work. Hopefully it will work. This is a picture of the woman. This is a picture of the woman. Let me open the. Let me share my screen. Yeah, I think I found a way to do it today. I hope it works because I know to Sabio covered it. They went to the house, they did all their investigation and everything.
Yeah, it really is a twist. Yesterday at the home on the street behind me here, no Bixby, it was first thought it was just a horrible, awful thing that happened here, a horrible tragedy. But upon further investigation, it turns out it was actually a horrible crime, investigators say. And now they have the husband of the dead woman behind bars. It was a fairly small fire in the basement area. That's what investigators first came across yesterday afternoon. That basement fire led them to the body of a woman, 32-year-old Fatoumata Diallo. Investigators from the sheriff's office and the state fire marshal's office say her husband was acting suspiciously. On the 911 call, he didn't mention that his wife might still be inside. Is everybody out of the house? No. I think I just grabbed the kids up.
Can you hear the audio? That's the husband. That's the 911 call that he made. He didn't tell the police that the wife is still in the house. So this is what he was saying. No, I think I just grabbed the kids out. I couldn't go in. I tried to get in now. I can't control it.
After the coroner's examination, the cause of death discovered. We have indication that she'd been strangled to death, and then the fire was set in an attempt to cover up the crime. Investigators say 41-year-old Mamadou Diallo killed his wife. He's now charged with arson, murder, and tampering with evidence. Detectives say he used a USB cord to strangle the woman. They also say police had been here before for domestic violence. Incidents just build and build. The person may be charged with domestic violence, and they'll go through the court system, get out, and they get back together again. It's kind of a vicious cycle. I'm told there were two children under the age of 3 that Diallo got out of the house before investigators say he set the fire. The couple also has 3 other children, all of them elementary school aged. Investigators say they worry that Diallo is a flight risk. They worry because he is an over-the-road truck driver and that they say he has family in Ghana.
In Ghana.
On your side in Madison Township, I'm Tom Bosco, ABC 6 News.
Yeah.
Tom, thank you.
He said that he's a truck driver, so they were worried that. Sorry, I couldn't share that the screen. I wanted you to see it, but you heard it. Even though I couldn't figure it out. I have to look into it later to know how to do it. And incidentally, when I was trying to set it up today, I did it, but I can't remember how I did it. Anyway, you got the gist. So they said that he's a truck driver, and they said that he was at flight risk. So he's a truck driver, yeah, truck. He drives the truck. They said that he's at risk of flight. They are not Ghanaians, they are from Guinea. I understand that they're from Guinea, and that um the wife, he didn't tell the wife, like I said before, he didn't tell the police people that the wife was in the balcony. You heard the 911 call there. They were asking him, is there anybody in the house? He said, oh, I just grabbed my kids, knowing well that the wife was lying lifeless in the basement of the house. Wow. I don't know what kind of, I don't know what kind of mind that somebody will have to be able to do something so cold-blooded, something so cold that somebody that is the mother of your child, no matter what the issues are, somebody that you've loved at one time. I'm sure there was a time that they were happy with one another, that they loved one another, that you would just look at her. Look at her. You just left her, left her there. Wow. I don't know what would drive somebody to do that. It's very, very sad that somebody can do something like that. Again, that there is no other way of resolving these problems except by, deleting taking somebody's life and eliminating somebody is just so, so, so sad. And it happened in the US again. For those of you who are just catching on, who are just joining, it happened in the state of Ohio. And, USB, yeah, it's USB cable. It's a USB cable that I used. But the thing I really want to stress here tonight is about when the police said that there is a history. The police said that there's a history of DV already. There is a history. And I find that even in the last one as well, with the other couple that we did last week that lived in Canada, there was a history. There's always a history of DV. And in fact, my people are weak. I'm not going to lie. I really, really weak because I don't know why things are resolving, are getting to this extent whereby people now see that the only way they can resolve issues is for them to start deleting one another. It's always the woman. So people accuse us a lot here that nobody speaks for the man. Nobody speaks up for the men, that the women is always a one-side story, is always this and that. But Have you ever seen a situation like this within our community, Afro Caribbean community, where it is the man? Very rarely. I'm sure there is, but it's always the woman. And there's a reason for it. It's because women are the weaker sex. Women are the weaker people. When it comes to anything physical, women will not have the strength like a man. So again, another one. They said they have 4 kids, but it's only 2 that is there. What would make a man to be so cold-blooded, irrespective? Because now we were looking, I'm at a point now where I feel like we need to stop justifying it. There is nothing that warrants you taking another person's life. I don't care what they did to you. You do not give life. You cannot give life. So you must not take life. But as God will have it now, he's going to answer to the authorities now because they've arrested him. It's changed quickly now from saying that there's a fire in the building or a fire in their house to they charge them with arson. Now there's just no excuse, no excuse, my people. There's no excuse. This is too much. Robert, good evening. You're welcome. So I'm sharing my link, guys. Come into the studio. Let's have a conversation. This is just getting too much. We need to safeguard our women. We need to safeguard our sisters. We need to safeguard our children. Because don't forget that now, this is what usually happens. Now the man is going to jail. The children are going to suffer. 4 children. All because somebody cannot control their wrath. They cannot control their anger. Why? Why? And this is because of our attitude towards, it's our attitude towards DV. Our attitude as a community towards DV, we take it lightly. We don't take it seriously. And this is the repercussion now. So the children are fatherless and motherless all in one day. Because the father that is going to spend the rest of his life in jail, knowing, and the children will know that it's the father that is responsible for their mother's death, then what kind of father is that? What's going to happen to that kind of a father? Osa, are you there? Please unmute yourself. My link is in the comment section, guys. Yeah,
Okay,
let's have a conversation. Yeah.
yeah, good morning. Oh, sorry, good
You
afternoon.
afternoon.
Yeah, it's just so unfortunate that another bad story is also coming out from the Africa community. Like I said the last time, I think the time has come for the African community or the Black community to kind of like start educating ourselves and, if possible, lead a campaign. This is just getting too much. Like the name you mentioned, Diallo, I think that sounds like a Senegalese name. I don't know if the police officer said a different thing, but Diallo I think they are from Senegal. It's a name bear by the Senegalese.
Yeah. I hear that they are like Fulani, Senegalese,
Yeah,
Guinea, or something like that. Yeah.
yeah, Diallo is a Senegalese name. It's just so unfortunate that, one thing majority of we Black in the Western world don't really realize is that we think the way we can fool the police in Africa is the same way we can fool the police over here. It's a different
Yeah.
ballgame. You can't tell the police officer in the West, either in Canada, UK, or US, that you just came in, grab your kids, and run away. Who were those kids with? Kids that are less than 12 years old. Everybody know the policy that guys that you don't leave kids that are below 12 years alone in the house. That alone, him making that alone to the police is already a suspicious statement, right? So it's just so sad. Fine, we might not know the truth of what happened, but I believe there's no issue that is too big to be resolved by couples that are actually in love. With this issue that they were never in love right from day one. That's just my little comment. So sad. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Osas. Thanks for your contribution. I appreciate that. Yeah, so my link is in the comment section if you want to come, because I'm thinking until everybody begins to speak with one voice and say no to DV. Because remember, every day for the thief, one day for the owner. Yes. Uh, Now the children, I can see what you are saying. Abiyowa, you're saying that now the children are lost without the father and the mother, all because one person cannot control their anger. Yes. And it's because of how we tolerate DV in our community. Oh, he slapped you today. He slapped you tomorrow. You see how I don't think I'll ever forget this young woman, Bliss. I said, I made a vow that the day The day that any man will raise a hand on me, I am gone. No amount of begging. Until women come to that position and know that, okay, if he did it once, he's likely to do it again, then they will continue to be laughing and smiling. It is not something that we should joke about anymore. And there is no excusing it anymore. Say, oh, it's because he brought you abroad. This one now, we don't know whether he brought her abroad. Even if he bring her abroad, what about that? What is that? You brought somebody abroad. Like the other one that said, I brought you abroad. So what? You brought somebody abroad. Is that the end of the life? And another thing I'm going to say, so I've got you in a minute. My ladies, please, when things are heated up like this, and especially when you start thinking of divorcing, run for your lives. Stop fighting for anything. Grab your children and disappear. Just disappear. Just disappear. Okay? Truth teller, you are here again today. Hmm? You are here today. I can see that you are here today. I'd like you to come to the studio and come and address this matter. The link is in the comment section. Please use it and come into the studio. I want to hear from you. Soaks, go ahead. You're welcome.
Good afternoon, Auntie B.
Good afternoon.
It's just a pity we lost another sister. But
Yeah.
we have come a long way from educating our kids. Thank God that our daughters now are college graduates. Thank God our daughters are now entrepreneurs, they are CEOs. Now we have to really educate them about domestic violence. I must commend you, like I always say whenever I come on your show, that I am so proud of you. I was just listening to your show while cooking. When I saw that you came on live, I said, okay, let me jump in. I
Okay.
must commend you. We are doing a very good job. We have to take it now. They say charity begins at home. We have to bring it home to educate our young girls. When we are having our prayer meetings in the morning or in the evening, let us talk about domestic violence. When we
Hmm.
encourage our daughters to go to school, to become a doctor, to become a lawyer, to do anything good for themselves, let us tell them about the signs, because definitely they are going to date. They're going to have boyfriends. They're going to have lovers. They're going to fall in love. But there's a thin line between falling in love and anger. There's a thin line between falling in love and, okay, I can walk with it. He hit you
Hmm.
one. As soon as he hits you one, we have to tell our girls it's time to leave, because he's going to hit you again.
Yes.
He will hit him. Like Auntie B, remember I told you the story of my mother. She would
Hmm.
tell you when you're coming to marry her daughter, don't touch my daughter. If she does anything to you, you don't want it, allow her to come home. We return the bride price.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
then I used to say, why is mommy talking like this? I didn't know she was a victim.
Hmm.
She never told us that she was a victim, because we lost our dad. I lost my dad when I was 10. So what will I know? I didn't see anything, but she
Hmm.
knew. She had weaknesses. So she said, nobody, don't touch my daughter. If she does anything with her big mouth, allow her to come. I heard her when she was telling my elder sister's husband. I said, why are you saying? I didn't know she told my husband too. You see, whatever you are, you love her today. If she open her mouth and say anything, let her. So we have to bring it home now. Because if it has happened before, it is going to happen again.
Hmm. Hmm.
Please, please, we have to bring it home. It should be a curriculum in our African homes to begin to educate our children, our daughters, our sons, how to handle women, our daughters, how to talk to women, how to talk to men too. This is a mother that has gone, the children will suffer, Auntie B.
Hmm.
It's
Are
going
you
to be
telling me?
difficult. It's
Hmm.
going to be difficult. The trauma that they are going to go through, that it happened in their own home. And the guy is not going to go to jail immediately, because he's going to have hearing. He has to get a lawyer, and they'll be seeing their dad, and it's going to air in the television.
Wow. Just look at that. In one day.
It's a pity.
In
Thank you,
one
Auntie
day.
B. Thank you, Auntie
Thank
B,
you
for
very
having me.
much.
Thank
Thank you,
you, sir.
sis. I appreciate you. Yeah, truth teller, I'm gonna tell you for the last time before I block you. If you have something to say, please come to the studio. My thing is the my link is in the comment section. I'm very happy for you to come on. But you hiding under that keyboard and keep chatting what I don't understand in that comment section. I am close to blocking you now. I'm tired. What is the justification for using USB cable to tie somebody's neck? Is there any justification for it? Do you want that to happen to your sister? You want that to happen to your child? Are you trying to justify it? Or we should start negotiating how not to delete somebody that you marry? Please, I'm trying to calm down this evening. Don't, please, I'm begging you. Ada, good evening, welcome.
Hello, Auntie B. Good evening.
Good evening, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for your platform. I'm a huge fan.
Thank you.
Um, yeah, about the story, so sad about what happened to this lady. She's so beautiful. She's got potentials, I believe, and she's got so many things she would have offered to this world. But unfortunately, this evil man has just cut her short.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I am in the UK now, but growing up, my parents, I never saw anything like this, DV or any of this kind of situations. But I had an auntie then. I usually visit in Kaduna, and the husband wouldn't even mind that there were visitors in the house. I'll just hear her crying in the bedroom. The man is slapping, hitting her, and afterwards he just storms out of the house. And
Mm-hmm.
because I was so young, I couldn't do anything. But that made me, like, in my life, I was even my current husband, when we're just friends, I would talk to him. I said I will never get married because I saw her marriage as bondage. I saw pain. She was in pain. She was in agony, just
Hmm.
because she married a man. And
Hmm.
this man is so ugly, and this woman is beautiful. Her kids are so beautiful. You wouldn't believe they are the kids for this man. But this woman lived in fear because she married. And I said, I will never marry. Last, I would just go and adopt children. That was what I thought. If this is how marriage is, then there was no need getting married. But thank God I changed my mind and I'm married and I'm happily married. I've never ever experienced anything like this. But even before I got married, in my head, I already made up my mind that any man I'm going to get married to, if I even think, let's say I can see the future, I can read your heart, and I say, I know that you are about to lift up your hand. You've not even lifted up your hands, oh. Just that maybe you're thinking of it, and maybe you lift up the hands up and dropped it down. That's the end. That was my mindset, and up till now, no man. I was never hit by my dad, my brothers, never ever. So no man is ever going to hit. If I get you angry, walk away. Besides, you get me angry, do I hit you? No. They are better.
It's just
Better.
about having tools of communication instead of
Exactly.
using your words. And you know the funny thing about some men that hit women, they cannot fight their fellow men.
Exactly.
It's on top of the woman that they will have power to now start doing Anthony Joshua. But when they see men outside, you see them, they be behaving like mouse that has seen a cat. But when
Because
they
you
see
get
a
to,
woman inside, oh,
yeah.
they feel like they're okay, I can deal with you and nothing will happen. And again, the parents that always support their children to stay in abusive marriage, you people are saying it now. I hope you are saying it. You people should be sending this video to your family back home because it's mostly in Africa that we have them.
And to be, let me tell you something. When I came to England and I heard about her kids now, which I carried them when they were young, but the boy is a bit grown now, he's in secondary school, and he has an elder sister who is like in secondary school as well. Do you know what he says to the sister when the sister gets him upset? I will hit you the way daddy hits mommy. That's what this boy says to his elder sister.
It's
That is what
learning.
this boy says.
It's learning. Yeah,
Imagine
because
a
people,
young, yeah, he's learning that the only way to control anger is to hit people.
yeah, the
That
father is
is,
showing him. Yeah.
yes. So this boy now needs therapy to be able to know that when he has a girlfriend or a wife, there are other ways to react when you're angry. It doesn't have to be hitting. This is what this boy knows now as a means of reacting to anger because he
Yeah.
has grown into it, he has seen it. And the
Yes.
daughter will condone it because, oh, if I get somebody angry, they will hit me because my mom was being hitting. And after all, she's dead. She's not dead anyway. And you know that her brothers will come to defend her But they'll come to beat up this man. She'll fall on the floor and say, no, leave him, he's my husband.
Mm-hmm.
Severally, they've come to the house to beat him up, but she will fall on the floor. No, leave him, leave him, leave him. And
Yeah.
after 3 days, he will repeat the same thing.
Yeah.
This woman now has different health issues, like
Yes.
complicated high BP. She will be pregnant. The man will be stuck. Like she has, she's literally, it's just by God's grace that she's still alive. Just
Yeah.
by the grace of God.
I'm not saying evil prophecy for her, but her life is reduced already from those beating.
No, like no jokes, it has. Because she's constantly in the hospital, she's having high BP. Sometimes her family will take her out of the house and then the children will just be there with the man because she needs to be alive. But every time she keeps going back. But listening to your show, I understand a bit now why this woman keep going back. Because I didn't get why she would be going back to this evil man.
Yeah.
I just pray
Yeah.
our women
It's
will understand that
codependency. Yeah, there's a lot of
marriage
reason why they go back. Yeah.
marriage is not do or die.
Mm.
In my mind now, even before I got married, I know that last I go house. Like it cannot get that bad. Like my life will not end. You know. So I just pray our women will understand that marriage is not by force. The first raising of hand is enough. Like don't even let it to repeat again. The first one, okay, bye, we not do again. Let's be going our way. It's not by force. Just look at this pretty woman.
She's
Her
gone.
is it 4 or 5 kids? What will happen to them? They'll share them out to different homes. That
Oh yes.
we just pray that these children will land. They will land
Because
in
he could
very
not
good
control
homes.
himself. 1 minute of losing control. Look at the entire damnation he's
Oh
brought on
God,
his
this
family.
is sad.
The
This is
wife
sad.
is dead. His children are going to be shared, maybe social care, or they take them to Africa or whatever. They will suffer. Who will love your children like you? Nobody
Nobody,
can. Nobody can love
nobody
your
will.
children like the parents. Nobody.
And
Nobody.
thank you, Auntie B, for your
Thank you,
platform. Thank
Ada.
you for speaking up. Thank you for the enlightenment. I believe that if not for, and even if it's one woman that learns a lesson, it's something. It is something that you're doing. Keep it
Thank
up. I
you.
pray God will keep blessing you, strengthening you. I know it's a lot of work. It's not easy, but you're doing amazing. God
Thank
bless
you.
you. God bless you.
Amen.
God bless you. Your children, your daughter, none of your family members will fall into this situation. They will be blessed
Amen.
for what
Thank
you
you.
do for people. Oh, before you ask God for anything, He will answer you.
Amen.
God
Thank you
bless
so
you.
much. Thank
Thank
you,
you, ma.
Ada.
Thank
I appreciate you. Thank you for the prayers. Oh, Modupe, oh. Thank you very much. God bless you, my love. Tina, you are next. What do you have to say? Where are you calling from?
Good evening. I'm calling from Belgium.
You're welcome.
I'm over emotional this evening hearing this.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much for the opportunity that you're giving a lot of women to have a voice, to share this. And I don't know how to even say it. I'm really, really emotional. I'm short of words.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that has been going on. A lot of us, mostly women from Africa, we suffer this so much.
Mm-hmm.
All in the name of because of children, we are stuck there
Mm-hmm.
to die. Today, I'm so happy. I always follow your show. I've been following you for years. Even when your channel had a problem, I've been following. I
Thank you.
listen to everything and I've been trying to talk to them. But we just got back into the house this evening and I got the alert that you were going to come online. So luckily, I am here with my 3 girls. We are listening to this thing together and they are shocked just as me.
Yeah,
And I'm
this is
like,
the second one in 1 week.
yeah. And I'm
This is the
telling them,
second woman
you see,
in 1 week.
and the last one, I told them, because the reason I'm
Mm.
saying this, that I'm happy that they are here with me, we both heard it together. I don't have to say it to them, try to explain to them or advise them with it. Now they are listening themselves to understand what I've been trying to say. Because I happen to be married to, I don't know what name to call him because I don't want to use, maybe I would describe him wrongly. I don't know, because I am as confused as everyone. He's the most confused person that doesn't know what he wants. I wouldn't use the word, he's a narcissist, but I think his is worse because he's someone that would beat you when you are crying. He starts to cry with you and tell you that he didn't know when he did it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that bad? It was that level of manipulation I went through till I lost my first child, which happened to be a male. in fact, I said I was planning to call in and share my own story. The reason I've not been able to do it because I just went back to court. It is the first time I'm actually going to court and asking for them to cancel his rights so that I can be able to do things with my children and make proper decisions for the upkeep of these children, because he has been on my neck on this. So I'm like, when we are done with the court, before I can really come out, because I don't know what I'm going to say that will be a problem in court. Yes. So that's the reason I said I don't want to share my story for now. But with this one that I'm just hearing, and the fact that I'm here with my children, I am moved to talk. Let me at least just a little light to throw it on it. A lot of women, we go back because of children. That is what we claim. And because of family, my family pressured me, because what they were saying, no one has ever been divorced in my family. And I said, if I have to be the first, so be it. I almost lost my life. It got to a point where the police told me, Tina, I think you don't have value for your life. You can't keep going back. We will save you. You will go back. They didn't understand. My psychologist tried to help. Tina, you have to walk away. I said, I can't. I even made an attempt. He came, he raped me. The doctor called the police for me. Do you know, I cried. I went back and cried to the doctor. Why would you call the police on him? You want to kill me. The entire African community would disown me. They would excommunicate me and my children. I was afraid. I was scared. And do you know, they couldn't help me because they can only do a little. It is left for me to stand and say, okay, yes, I want the help.
Yeah.
So, but most of us, because of the pressure, do you know, at that point, because the police was involved, my house boss at the time, my landlord, was an African man, an Igbo man. He told me he was giving me a quick notice. How can I report my husband to police that he raped me? It was that bad. So I don't know, the stigma and everything on me, I couldn't bear it. I had to go back. I went back and I got pregnant again. By the time I told him my baby was going to be a girl, do you know, he got a flimsy excuse and he left me, abandoned me with my 7 months pregnancy and 2 little girls.
He wants a son.
Yes, because it was not a son.
Yeah, that's God answering your prayer.
And he went out telling everyone, I drove him out of the house, that these women, when they come to Europe, they turn into something else. He was not telling them the truth, including my family. Made life unbearable for me because everyone was putting me under pressure. Go back, go back, go back. This time, luckily, I had already asked for help. That's why I'm advising women, if you have opportunity to get help, if you're in Europe, please, there are help everywhere. You just have to speak up. If I was not already on that psychological line, I don't think I would have had the courage to be strong as I am now.
So you're out of that relationship now?
Long ago, more than 5 years. When he walked away, he expected that I was going to come back begging. But luckily, I had already started seeing a psychologist for a while, and the doctors were helping me. I was talking to social, so they were all around me, helping me. They supported me. I went to give birth to my baby alone. He was not there. The day he heard I had given birth to a girl, he came back home. I was coming from the hospital with the newborn baby, and I met my husband packing TV and everything out of the house into his friend's car. I was shocked. That was the first day I had to call police to come and see the nuisance that calls himself a father, a new father, a person I just gave birth to his daughter. That they should come and see him. I'm sorry I'm being so nasty today because I'm really, the thing is, I don't know how to explain. I'm really emotional. It's
Thank
painful.
God for your life. Yeah.
So I had to, since then, I refused. I just let him go. And I focused on my life. I started building my life, picking the pieces of my life together. Luckily, God blessed me. I've been able to, if you see my girls, you will not even believe that they are being raised by a single mother. Now, he started struggling to come back, that he's sorry. Do you know he went to fight for divorce? I was just happy because my prayer was, God, if this would take my life, let this man go. And the minute he stepped out, I told myself it is over. But my fear right now, I won't lie to you. All this deleting today and deleting tomorrow, I fear it.
Just be far from him. Make sure you don't even have contact.
He's stalking me.
Your house.
That is the problem. He's stalking me. He's stalking me.
Go and get a restraining order from the
that's the reason that's the reason I'm back in court. That is the reason that's the reason I've gone to ask for restraining order to stay away from me, because I am afraid of him. That's the reason I'm telling my children, are you listening? Because my daughter, he started manipulating the children when he was coming to pick the kids. He will start telling them things that, would have been a big family. It's just because your mom, for me, I don't have a problem. Things can happen, but now I've forgiven your mom. I'm sorry. I really want to come back. I want us, but your mom is saying no. So he started using the little children to manipulate
never have any
me.
problem. They never have narcissists never have any problem. It's always the woman's fault. You are the one that is at fault. They
I'm
are
always
angels. Yeah,
that's what he has been doing. And the other two, maybe they are able to manage. Children react to things differently. My second child, that one became a problem because she sees people with father and mother. She wants to have the same thing. So when the father tells her that I am the reason that she doesn't have what she desires, she begins to put pressure on me and begin to. At a point, she said, okay, even if he's not my father, just go and marry. I've told her, it's not like that. I need someone that will love me, love you equally, and would not be a problem. I don't want to repeat the same mistake.
If they put you through stress, give that child to him. You
I
send the
tried.
child to him to go
I
and
did. Do you know I called him?
Woman, she was saying, no, I say give the child to him. Maybe he's the father. So that
I called him.
Look, I'd say this to women, Tina, I think you might have to come back another time because we've got a lot of people in the studio. Thank you very much for your contribution. I appreciate you. But don't lose your life because of children. If you lose your life and you stay in a marriage that is abusive because you say my children, if you die, your children will carry on. This woman has died now. Are the children not going to live? Life might be hard for them. Life might be tough for them, but they will live. They will survive one way or the other. The other woman that was deleted in Canada the other day, you think that the children will not live? Stop using children as an excuse. Stop using children as an excuse. If the child is a teenager or it's becoming very difficult and they start giving you wahala, send them to their parents. Now, two people they born pikin. No. Common sense that you're saying that the father might be abusive towards them. Maybe they want to be in their father's life. Okay, now. It's better for you to save yourself. If you don't save yourself, you cannot save anybody, my people. You cannot save yourself. Not allow any child kill you. Child. I say it all the time here. Do not lose your life because children want to manipulate you and use you and say, oh, it's because it's you that we are not together. If they delete you, would they not live their life? No. Don't take it. Good evening, Anna Maria.
Yes, so good evening.
Good evening, ma.
Yes, how are you today?
I'm fine, ma. You're welcome. Where are you joining us from, ma?
From Equatorial Guinea in Africa.
Oh, Equatorial Guinea.
Yes, I've always been watching your program.
Really? I don't even know where Equatorial
Yes.
Guinea is on the map of Africa. Oh my God.
Yes,
Really? Is that in West Africa?
Central Africa, precisely.
Oh, okay. Excuse my ignorance. I didn't do geography.
No,
You're welcome,
of course,
ma.
I know.
But you
Thank
sound
you very
like a
much.
Nigerian. Are you a Nigerian?
No, I actually went to school in Nigeria. I went to Nigeria when I was 8 years of age. Then had my elementary school, secondary school, university. A lot of stories, yes, before I came back home.
So what do you have to say, ma?
It's very pathetic, very, very heartbreaking that we see that we have so many troubled men in the society. That's why I say parents have to talk to their sons. Because this is always like a build-up issue. You will see a guy that's a man that if he has to be sincere with you, or you see like a former neighbor of theirs when he was growing up, he will tell you how abusive the father was. You understand? Then the same man will repeat the same mistake and let his own children go through the same trauma that he went through. So this is very, very heartbreaking. I remember usually I tell my brothers, I said, you can never, because I actually have two brothers and we are 6 girls, so we are 8 in total. I usually tell my brothers that you cannot sit down and let a woman take over the responsibility of the house, because that's where the trouble starts. That's where the trouble starts. The trouble starts as soon as the man does not play his role in the house. That's where the trouble starts. Because if all these dead women can come up to explain, my dear sister, about the couple in Canada, I was at the background listening to the whole chat that the lady was earning more than the guy, the man, then the man is much older than her. That's another thing that we mothers have to talk to our daughters. You don't go to. I heard one of the callers was saying that we have to talk to our daughters. Our daughters don't have to go and marry somebody that has been married before. You understand? For me, that is his business. If he wants to get married to somebody, let's go and get married to a much older person. Look at the age difference. Look at the age difference. Then the young girl lady now was making more money than him. He got frustrated. You understand my point? Because she alone, who is dead, can tell the true story of what.
It's always a younger woman. Even this one, if you look at them, you can tell that there's age difference. Even that age that he declared, this man says he's 41. With this his face and his hair that is finished creeping, I don't believe that age. That's his football age.
You understand? So girls, our daughters, our girls should always learn not to go and marry an older man. You see, in those days, they used to say when the man is older, he will take good care of you. That means you are, in fact, for me, you are digging your grave. I tell young girls around me, I tell them, don't go and try to get married to an older person. Then I tell my brothers, I said, you cannot sit down and want to depend on your wife. You can't do it. Because that's where all this abuse comes from. The guy will be feeling so depressed in the house, and especially if he has a very hardworking woman.
Yes.
If he has a very hardworking woman, it's a very big problem in the house. Parents, we have to do a lot of talking. We do have to do a lot of parenting to talk to the boys, talk to the girls. Look, boy, this is wrong. You cannot do it. You have to strive. Like I tell people, my dear, I actually want to start a platform for financial family planning, because I discovered that I have 4 kids. I discovered that when the kids are small, you don't have expenses. But when they keep growing, you think that, okay, in fact, you wouldn't even think about that the expenses will increase. When the expenses increases, we women, we know how to work around our issues. They will do this because my friend is doing this. You are trying to level up. You understand? Before you will know what is happening, the woman will just surpass the man. When the woman surpasses the man, then there is problem.
Is there an issue of DV2 in that part of the world where you are? Is it a big issue as well? Is it a big issue, domestic violence?
It's not a big issue for our guys. It's not a big issue for our guys because our guys are being brought up to take care of a woman. But where is our own trouble now? Our own trouble is that the guy will now go and marry 150 women when he has the money.
He will marry plenty. They are polygamous.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
Yes. And ask me where is our own falling now? When the guy is marrying like that, but my husband is not from my place. My husband is not from here. When the guy is marrying like that, it's like when it is your own time, he will spend all the whole money on you, take care of you. But later on, when he now meets another younger girl, because they keep going down, right? Going down by the ages. When he now meets another girl,
until he will meet 10-year-old.
Exactly. Exactly. So he will just leave you there. But the only good thing about our guys is that the guy cannot afford not to train the children.
Yeah, so back to this this particular one now of in the diaspora that we see this happening a lot. Like I said, this is the second one in 1 week. What is the way forward? You said something about not marrying people who are financially beneath them. Yes.
Yes, parenting. We have to keep talking to our boys. We have to talk to our girls. Our girls, we will never allow them to go get married to somebody who is much older than them, who has been married before, who has no future plan.
Yeah.
You understand? That have no
Yeah.
future plan.
Yeah.
My husband says I introduce business in everything I do. But it's not that introducing business in everything I do, but you try to make sure that you avoid all this trouble. You understand? It's so, I watch all your videos. I sit down and watch all your videos. I'm telling you, I
Thank
will
you,
hear
ma'am.
what you're advising women. When you're talking to, you will say, my brothers, this is wrong. Go. I listen to all of them. We have to advise our boys. Yes, we have to. We have to
If they
advise
will
our
listen,
boys.
we hope that that they listen.
We have to keep talking.
Yeah.
We have to keep
Another
talking.
thing is we need to raise our sons differently, because most of
Yes,
these men were not raised. It's only the women they raise in Africa. I know in Nigeria
yes,
that we say it all the time here. They train the women how to be good wives, how to be good mothers, but they don't train the men how to be good husbands and fathers. They just allow them to run
exactly.
around wide. Only a few of them receive that, training from their dads or moms. Yeah, a lot
Yes,
of them were not necessarily trained on how to behave. A lot of them don't even know how to negotiate relationship as adults. They don't.
yes,
Ordinary to communicate, so they say, I don't know how to talk. If you don't know how to talk, it's not a quality to be proud of. It's not something that
of
you
course
celebrate.
not.
That you don't
Of
know how to
course
talk, you
not.
are lacking in something very important. Somebody said something very important here tonight. He said, when you are angry with your boss, do you beat them?
Of
Do
course,
you beat your
no.
boss at work when you're angry?
No. So why would you
Since
come
they
and be
cannot
punching
control
your
their
wife?
temper.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you work for bosses that you know that they are just deliberately witch hunting you, but you swallow your
Exactly.
pride. And sometimes it's even bosses that are younger than you in this obodo. You be 25-year-old will be giving an old man, old woman instructions. You swallow and you'll be smiling at them and doing like you like them so that you can retain your job.
Exactly. We have to raise our boys. We have to talk to our boys. We have to structure, like me. I have a friend in the UK. When I was talking about how my kids got all of them got awards. So then I told him, I said, one thing I have always learned to do over the years is to become a dictator when it comes to my children's education. I become a dictator. Like, the boys, these are the skills you have to learn. The girls, are the things you have to do, because you don't want to be for the boys. I don't want them to become a dependent young man. For the girls, I don't want you cannot get involved with a man that you are the one that will be taking care of him. And men, they have their own ego. They have their
Thank
own
you very
ego.
much.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah,
you
they
very
have their
much,
own
ma'am.
ego. So it's difficult.
Yeah,
It's very heartbreaking. I
yeah.
watch
Thank
all
you.
your programs. Yes,
Thank
I
you.
do.
Thank you very
Mhm.
much, ma'am. Have a good evening. And I love to everybody over there. Thank you so much. God bless you, Auntie. Oh my God. It's good to know that it's not only young people, and we have some, middle-aged people as well that are here as members of Obodo Farm. We haven't heard from any brothers. Do we have any brothers in the house? It would be good to have a man's perspective tonight. Millicent, you're welcome. Brothers, if you are listening, come inside the studio, please. Use the link and come inside and speak to us. We need to end this and we need to end it now. How do we do it? Millicent, you're welcome. Please unmute yourself.
Hello, Sister B. How are you?
I'm fine. John, I'm coming to you. Yeah, I'm just
I
going down
am
the
so
line.
glad you pick up my call. I'm from Sierra Leone. I've been listening to you.
Okay.
Everything you have been talking, I hope we can continue listening. This couple, the Jalos, are mostly Guineans. They are neighboring country from where I came from.
Mm-hmm.
This is so sad. You can see the big gap. Even my neighbor, they are Jalos. So I don't even know if they know these people. But
Mm-hmm.
we need to educate our children, Sister B. I married to an older man,
Mm-hmm.
but we can sit down and talk.
Mm-hmm.
We are 13 years apart,
Mm-hmm.
but we can sit down. And we've been married for 26 years. We have no children, but we are happy because I have problems. He knows that.
Did he have
So
children from his previous marriage?
he have previous children from his previous marriage, and I helped him raise those kids. Those
Oh,
kids
okay.
are like my own.
Oh.
But the thing is, I think it's the upbringing of these men, like the previous caller. We, the mothers, even if you're not a mother, when my stepchildren were coming to me, we lay the rules. I communicate with their mother. My husband, we talk to them. But I think it's the upbringing of the men. My mother, my husband was raised by the grandmother. My husband can do anything, Sister B. That man can cook, can clean, can do everything. So I think mothers, we need to step up. Stepmothers, guardian, whatever. Because we just try to give the woman to know how to marry. But we're not talking to our boys how to control. I have brothers, and I always tell them, do not lay your hand on your wife. I don't care what the situation. And my dad never have hit us. My dad and my mom, never my dad have hit my mom. I think, Sister Abi, we need to talk to the men because they don't control their anger. And especially in this country, with the stress of everything.
Yeah.
Look at this. He's trying to cover the crime.
Yeah.
My advice to women, don't file divorce when you're sitting in the house. Don't do that. If you know I'm not ready, I'm ready to leave. Leave, Sister B, like you say. Green card, paper, all those things are rubbish. Go away, find a secure place where they cannot find you and file your divorce.
Yeah. Totally agree.
This thing of we need to educate the woman too here. Do not try to go put restraining order when you live in with the man. Do not try to go file divorce when you live in with the man. Start threatening him, I'm going to take the house up. These are the dangerous game. We must educate our women. Leave the house. Leave everything. Just take your documents and go hide until you get your mind and get help. Get social workers. I mean, the social work field. Get social workers involved. Get yourself safe, Sister Biba. I just want to tell you, you're an incredible woman. I respect you so much. You know, I'm probably older than you. I'm 56. But I have so much respect for you. When I look at you, God will bless you.
Amen.
Just keep this. God will bless you.
Amen.
And one will
you
just
so
keep
much.
praying. Okay, dear. You take care now. I'll continue to listen.
All right. I appreciate you. Thank you, sis. Oh, I'm blessed with really good quality callers tonight. So somebody said something, Ray, before I bring D. D is in the studio. I'm coming to you, John. I'm just going down the line. It's first come, first served. I'm not trying to do pacha. Trust me. I'm not doing any pasha here. I'm just going down. As people are coming into the studio, I'm going down the line. I'll come to you, John. So Ray said something here that I want to read out. He said, looking at the issue from a mental health point of view, we need to identify what triggers this man going to extreme. Okay, that's a very valid point. A lot of men have mental health problems. A lot of men from our community have trauma, and life has dealt with them. I'm not making excuses because I said tonight I'm not making any excuse from anybody, but it is an issue that needs to be looked into. If you live with somebody that his behavior is just something that you cannot explain, he's so erratic that there is no discussing with him. I'm telling you, it took me 5 minutes talking to the husband of one of the ladies that came here, and I knew that this man is not well mentally. I just knew it because there's no way you can be well and you are behaving like this. And she has lived with him for 14 years. I said, how did you not know that this man is not well? Can't you see? Everything about him is off. So I actually believe what Ray is saying, that there is a lot of mental health undiagnosed in the community. But the only thing is that if they are triggering, please trigger to hurt yourself. Don't take another person's child down now. Don't take another person's child down. The other one were crying the other day. He decided to take the children just to hurt the woman. Just to hurt her. So, I mean, these are all the things that we need to look into. D, can you unmute yourself, please?
Hello, Auntie B. How are you?
I'm all right, sweetheart. What do you have to say?
I'll be quick. I know I always say I'll be quick, but this time I'll be really quick.
I I didn't
So
say it, oh, it's you that said it today, oh, it's not me.
Listen, so I've been looking at the chat, and it's very sad what's happened to this lady. But looking at the chat, I can identify some of the issues, right? The thing is, as women growing up back home, obviously I know also there's some women over here that have the same issues, but we have never questioned our upbringing. You know, we've just taken the way we're brought up and took it for gospel and just run with it in adulthood. That's why I acknowledge, I emphasize about therapy, because therapy helps you to reset your mind, to actually look at things from a factual point of view. Are what you were told actually correct? Is it going to work for you? Just because it worked for your parent does not necessarily mean it worked for you. Because back home, we kind of accept some things as normal or healthy, even if they're not healthy. You know, someone said, you know, if she had gone and said, oh, the man has slapped me, somebody might have said, "Ah, it was just a slap, just for one small slap like this that you are fussing." Even my own here, if I tell you about my own, so they start having this comparison of unhealthy behavior, and it's almost like if your unhealthy situation is not as bad in quote as the other person, then you take that as normal. So you're like, ah, it's not that bad, so it must be good. That's not true. You have to understand what actually is healthy, not pick the least unhealthy thing out there. And I can definitely identify to some of the situation, because even when I made some wrong decision in the past, because like somebody said in the chat, I thought it was my role to heal a man, okay?
Yeah,
To
yeah.
deal with the issue that he
Ordinary
comes with.
slap. I like the way you say
Yes.
ordinary slap. How is it
Yes,
ordinary?
somebody will say just ordinary slap. See, I can't even see
Hmm.
it on your face now. It's not a big deal. Maybe it was just, and so we are brought, and I didn't realize that that was part of my upbringing. Was
Hmm.
that it's okay? You are, you know, they always say like your husband is your first child, right? You are
Yeah,
not raised as a woman to be in a relationship with an adult. You are raised to be in a relationship with somebody who is a child. And men are not children. I'm not saying men are children at all, but if your expectation as what to expect as a man is quite low, then you accept certain situation that you normally will not accept it, because you have been told that's normal. So I agree with what people are saying about, you know, yes, we need to find out what triggers them and everything. I agree, but I also think that we need to find out from a distance, because
yeah,
that's why I think every adult should go to therapy. If there's
yeah.
an issue, you have to go to therapy to fix it. Marriage isn't the place to fix unhealthy, abusive behaviors,
Hmm.
because what is the collateral damage of it? Is it
Hmm.
okay for you to get healed if I lose my life whilst you do it?
Hmm.
Is it fair?
Did
So
you
I
see
really
somebody in
think,
the comment section that said that the boyfriend is slapping her around
yes,
and it's
I've
like 3 times he's beating? Is that now she said, "No, I'm scared. You people are scaring me."
no, but that's what I read. I didn't understand why she thinks. She said he loves me. And I was like, it is not enough. This is what I'm saying about the expectation that we have.
Yeah.
It's almost like we are raised to date a broken man. We
Mm-hmm.
are told men have issues. So if this is a problem, don't ignore it. If that one is a problem, it's almost like we literally, that's how we are raised. That's why I think we see the red flags in quote, but we don't
Mm.
identify them as red flags.
If you
We
are
think
not
they're amber
whole
flags.
as a
And
human being, you are not
yes,
whole. As a
and that's
human being,
why
you are not whole
you are
in
not.
your
But the thing is, if
thinking, your mental, your mind, your psyche, everything about you is not whole. How can you engage in a relationship with another person successfully?
but Auntie B, that's because your expectation of a relationship is that somebody needs to come to me whole. What if you were raised your whole life that somebody
Yes,
is never going to come to you whole?
yes.
That your
It's
expectation
your
will never be
yeah,
fulfilled. And what you
yeah.
should expect is that there should be 50% of what you want, including if they slap you, it's okay, as long as they don't push you to the door or something. You
Somebody
will
also
go with
said in
that.
the comment section that it's because we are not praying, that you should be
No,
praying for the
it,
men.
it's
If
not,
women
because
were praying more for their men, they will
the
not be
thing is,
getting.
people are using the Bible as therapy. They are using scriptures. You understand what I'm saying? And have you ever heard of this spiritual gaslighting? That's the worst form of something to do to a Christian. To tell the Christian that their expectation of a holy relationship is actually wrong. So you start quoting scriptures and telling them a bunch of things and misunderstanding scripture. And you tell the person that's because you didn't pray hard enough. That's because you didn't do this hard enough. And that's how people stay, because they're like, well, I'm praying and it's not working. This is upbringing. We were told this. We were
Mm.
raised with that
Yeah.
you have to stay. It's up to you to make your marriage
Yeah.
work as a woman. It's not up to the man. And your expectation of relationship are false. If your expectation of a relationship is that I will be dating a broken man, or my husband will be my first child, then obviously some of the behaviors that the husband does, you accept. Because if you are
First
raising
child
a
call.
child
I beg,
and the
I know
child,
my first child. Nobody's my
I
first
know,
child.
but if you are raising a child and the child has anger issue, as a mother, you try to find ways to channel it. You seek therapy. You do all these things, right? Because you are raising that child.
Why don't they tell the men that your wife is your first daughter?
But they don't, because the fact is that when we are raised back home, the way we are told women is that you have to be able to do all these things, right? And to the men, it's like you have to be able to just provide and protect.
The
I remember one day
burden,
I was dating
the
to this
burden
guy.
on making a marriage work rests too much on the woman, and that's not
It does.
fair. It's not.
It does. And they
Because
have
if
a
you
way
are
with
raising men and you
yes.
say, okay, the only thing you need to do is provide, and the woman has all this plenty responsibility, then if the man is now we know in this 21st century now that in most homes women also pull their weight. In some cases they even provide more. Then what is the role of the man in that marriage?
But that's what I mean. This is what I'm talking about upbringing, is that we have been raised to have low expectation, to do so many things. And
Yeah.
sometimes the person that is going to shame you most are going to be fellow women.
Yeah.
Because they will tell you, I managed to do it, because they don't see the brokenness that it costs them to do what they're telling you to do.
Yeah.
They're only seeing the outcome. They don't see the price they paid for it.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
all I'm going to say, because I know your studio is full, is go to therapy and don't be afraid to uproot your upbringing, and literally have a mindset that works for you and is healthy, not a mindset that's going to be accepted by your community when it's unhealthy and you may lose your life. So that's it.
Thank you so much, Dee.
See you.
I appreciate your contribution. You always speak very, very intelligently and, spot on. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. The burden is heavier on women. It's too much. And like she said, basically learn, unlearn. All those bad, all those things our mothers, my mother didn't teach me all that nonsense anyway. I thank God for the kind of mother that I had or that I have. She didn't teach me all those kind of nonsense, because I never saw my dad one day try any of those things with her. So I don't know. Though this beating thing is so foreign to me. It's very, very foreign to me. I don't even know how do you allow somebody to slap you and you still sleep with that person? I don't understand it. I don't get it. John, you are here. Finally. Welcome, my brother.
Hey, Auntie B, good evening.
Good evening. Where are you joining us from?
I'm calling from Maryland.
You're welcome.
So, it's very unfortunate. I just looked up the names of these folks, and apparently they lived in Indiana. And it's just really, really sad.
Is that the same state? Ohio is the same thing with Indiana?
No,
Is that the
no,
same
Indiana.
place?
No, Indiana is outside of Ohio. So you have the state of Ohio, and it's adjacent to Indiana. So
I
this
see.
it's kind of like
Okay.
saying Delta State and Edo State.
I see. Okay, because
Yeah.
what I saw in the news was Ohio. They said that they live in that state. The name, yeah, it's Ohio. We saw in the state, and actually played a video of the city where they live, where the sheriff was speaking about how they've arrested him a couple of times for domestic violence. They let him go. He goes back, and she takes him back, and they continue until now. He set her on fire.
Yeah, see, this is the problem with such relationships. The problem is a lot of times, and I know this is primarily for women involved in domestic violence, but I do want to mention it happens both ways, right? But but a lot of times people that are in such relationships just think that they should just stay in it because the church, or because the family wants them to stay in it, because it's a shame to maybe get divorced or end the marriage or something. But the reality is, the marriage has ended now.
Yeah.
So regardless of whether she left or not, the marriage has ended.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it have been better for her and for her children if she had left.
Yeah.
So I mean, people have to realize the fact is, if you're in an abusive relationship, one time is too much.
Hmm.
One time is too much. If it happens once, there's no need to try to keep trying to make that relationship work. Now, you can try, but just realize that if it happens once, if somebody puts their hands on you, man or woman,
Mm-hmm.
that person is an abusive person.
Yeah.
There's no excuse in that. I mean, you cannot accept somebody putting their hands on you
Yeah.
and claim, oh well, he loves me, oh she loves me, or oh it's just a mistake, oh they were just angry. No,
You
that
so
person.
twisted that,
Yeah.
John. I've heard this in Africa before, that ladies, because like what Dee was saying, that the way they were brought up and the examples they've seen about relationship is so bad and is so twisted and wrong, that you hear women saying, oh, if your boyfriend is not smacking you, he doesn't love you, it's better for you to have a fight, like physically beat you up, and then you can have really good makeup sex.
Honestly, I think I've heard that before from an ex-girlfriend,
A
and I thought
woman, yes,
I thought it
women,
was so crazy. I was like, what do you
yes,
mean? She said,
yes,
well, that's my aunt said that. My aunt said that that's how it's supposed to be. I said, no, 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 no. I can't be in a relationship like that. I
yeah,
can't, I don't want to be sitting here fighting against you or you fighting against. That's crazy. That
mm-hmm,
is absolutely insane.
yeah,
Uh, so it's crazy. And I see someone in the chat saying Sticky Shack is saying, it's Indiana and it's not, it's Ohio isn't far from it. That's what I said earlier. Ohio is adjacent to Indiana. They're right next to each other.
yeah,
But yeah, so I mean, women, men should not tolerate abuse in their relationships.
yeah,
Point blank. If somebody is putting their hands on you, don't tolerate. I can say, okay, maybe if you're Christian, maybe you can try forgiving the first time it happens. But honestly, if it's me, I'm leaving.
no, don't forgive.
Yeah,
There's no
so but
forgiveness. You can forgive other things, but when someone puts their hands on you, no forgiveness there.
that's me. If you put your hands on me, I'm moving
Yeah,
on. I'm leaving. But
yeah,
if somebody is brave enough to think that they're gonna try to make it work after the first time, that's
yeah,
on them.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
I honestly say, if it happens more than once, then I hate to blame the victim. But if it happens more than once, then it's really your fault
Hmm.
because you should have left after the first time.
Hmm.
People need to realize that. I mean, look at this woman.
Yeah, beautiful girl, really
Gone.
beautiful,
And she left
beautiful.
two children. Two
Four
children.
children. Yeah,
Oh, is
they've
it
got
four?
four.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Well,
only
the
two
main,
that were in the flat in the
wow.
house.
Wow.
Yeah,
See, four children now, no mother.
yeah. And look at this man that is claiming 41. That's the one that is really pissing me off. He knows he's not 41. How can this man be 41?
I
He's not
mean, so
41.
that's his wickedness makes him look like that. He's possibly 41. No, I'm being honest here.
Oh,
Some people have
John,
a hard life,
thanks
and
for
some people
making
are
me
just
laugh. He
wicked.
says his wickedness made him
Yeah,
look
no,
like
no.
that.
Yeah, some people are just wicked. Some people just have a
Yeah,
hard life, and his wickedness makes him look like that. So
yeah,
it's possible he's
absolutely.
41, but he's just the wickedness inside him just just churning nonstop,
Yeah,
and it aged him. I mean, so
yeah,
but the thing is, it's really sad.
yeah.
I pray for the
Thank
children. I
you.
mean, there's two
Yeah.
children, 2 and 3 years old,
Mm,
who will never see their mother again.
yeah. And their
It's
father,
unfortunate.
hmm
Yeah.
except on television in bad news. Hmm. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, John. Are you married?
So me,
Mm.
I had to leave an abusive relationship. She put her hands on me, and I said, "Nope, I'm not staying in
Oh,
this."
you were abused by a woman. Oh my
So
goodness.
you just got to move on. And
Wow, you did
we've
the
been
right thing.
I've
Yeah.
been trying to move on for a few years
Don't
now,
take her
but
back. Yeah.
no, I
Don't.
can't. Yeah,
Don't take her back. You sound like a really decent guy. You
yeah,
deserve better. There are
yep,
so too many fishes in the sea. Don't take her back. Move on, my
yeah,
brother.
yeah.
Mm.
So stay blessed. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, You see, that's the problem. The really decent guys, the really, really decent one always end up with the worst women. I don't know why. It's unfortunate. There are so many good girls out there looking for great guys like this. They won't see. It's the ones that will want to fight men that will come and end up with a nice man like this. Chai, this life have no balance. Rao, good evening, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Where are you joining us from, sir?
Presently I'm in the UK now.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah. I listened to you earlier on, even yesterday, concerning the lady in Canada. I was the one that wrote about from the mental health point of view, and talking
Oh,
about the
yeah.
trigger. Yeah, about the
Yeah, the
trigger.
triggers.
This thing. You see, we men and women, we all have anger issues. We should not deny it. We all have mental health issues, but it became, a problem. But it becomes an issue when we cannot control it. I'll give you an example. When you eat too much now, it becomes a mental health issue. If you don't eat at all to the extreme, it becomes a mental health issue. Now, talking about from a relationship point of view, a man or a woman should know what triggers anger in the wife, or the wife should know what triggers anger in the man. I'm not justifying this. I'm just trying to find a balance here. Now, talking about this thing happening to Africans living abroad and all that. Now, sometimes I'm not trying to justify what has happened now. It is totally wrong. But there are times whereby what you say sometimes can trigger certain things. I mean, rubbing it on someone.
Can you don't say that, please? Don't say that.
No.
Because
no,
you are contradicting yourself. If you say that, let me explain. You might not understand how you're coming across. You say that you don't want to justify it, but what you just said now is justifying it. Okay? Because somebody says something to you at your place of work, your manager says something, you're not going to slap them. It's about self-control. It's not even about the other person. It's about self-control. That's the key word. So it's not about what someone says to you. It's about how you process it and how you react to it.
See, I understand, Lady B. Let's listen. We're talking about a relationship here.
Yes.
If, for example, now my missus I know what angers her and all that. I will not say it. I will not do that. I will not do that. This thing. I'm just trying to say this thing now. You know what could be very, very destructive. I'll give you an example now. I work in the mental health this time, also this thing. But there are times, there is some case like this. This man during the COVID period was not working, and the woman was working. And I came out and began to call the man, "You lazy man, you do this and you this." And the man was getting so stressed up and all that. Now, people looking at this couple from the outside, they will say, "Oh, lovely couple," and everything. The same thing, it could be all this thing. For this man to act this way, any of this thing must have been bottle up anger, bottle up situation, bottle up. If you know you cannot stand any relationship, walk out. If you don't like the man again, tell the man, "Look, I'm leaving." If you cannot stand the woman again, say, "I am leaving." That is it. Don't bottle up all these things. Everybody begin to bottle, especially we Africans try to justify it. We pray over it. My parents say this. No, you are in it. If it goes wrong, you are going to feel this thing. The pastor in this situation now, for example, is not going to feel the pain. The parents are not going to feel the pain. It's just innocent children. They are going to. My question is, why is this thing so common among Africans? Why is it so common among Africans? I've seen Asians, for example. I see people working.
No, it happens in Asian. You don't know Asian community. Let's not go there. It happens within Asian community. The DV that happens there is even worse than African. Listen, the way you are coming across, I think I'm the only. I thought I was the only one that you're making excuses still.
No, I'm not.
No, you are.
I'm not.
That's how you are coming across. I know you don't want to. I know you don't want to, but there is something called self-control. Okay, and when you're in a relationship with somebody, you cannot tell me that all the time you are just going to outright. You are not a robot. that is
Yes.
programmed to always act in a certain way. Sometimes we
Oh
make
yeah.
mistakes. We say
Yes.
things that we don't mean.
Mm-hmm.
Some things come out of our mouth sometimes, and you yourself, you are horrified, and you will
Mm-hmm.
say, "Oh, did I just say that?" Then you apologize.
Mm-hmm.
You can't
I've
say
done
people
that
always
several times.
exactly. You can't say people have
Yeah.
to act right all the time. There
Time.
is
Yeah.
no, it's not possible. It's not about the other person. That's what I'm telling you, my
I
brother.
agree. I
This
agree.
thing we
I
are
quite
talking
agree with
about
you.
is about you as a human being. Your decision that, irrespective of what someone says to me, because you
Mm.
know that you are not even mad that you go out there and pull your clothes and start fighting on the street of London. Police
No
will
way.
carry you and lock you up. Then that same way, no matter what a woman says to you, don't put your hands on her. There is no
No, 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 no,
excuse.
no, I'm not justifying that. I'm not justifying that. I'm not justifying. The point I'm trying to make is that we should all try to. I don't know how to put this thing across now. Because you just mentioned that I'm trying to justify
A lot of people
this
in the
thing.
comment section are saying it too. It's not me alone. No. If you look at the
Mm, mm,
comment now,
mm,
you will see. They are all
mm,
saying that
mm,
this is
mm.
what you are trying to say because this is what we
No,
do.
no, 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 no.
Mm.
Going to this extreme. I'm just saying this thing. This is on the extreme now. For example, that's why I mentioned
It
this
starts
thing
with a
have been
slap. A
bothering.
slap. It's not even
Mm,
the killing. It starts with beating.
mm,
If you were here when I
mm-hmm,
started, I said that
mm-hmm.
police have been called to the resident repeatedly because of
Oh,
DV. So it's not the
okay,
day he killed her. Did you see the way
okay.
this man went around it? He didn't just set fire
No.
on the house. Okay, maybe you need to watch the
I
video all
think
over
something
again.
similar have happened in this country. If you remember, there's this Congolese or Zairian guy that killed his own two children inside the car and set the car ablaze in somewhere around Canning Town, if I'm not mistaken. About 5, 6, 10 years ago, I'm not. This same thing happened. They had an
Mm.
issue. The man
He
told the
doesn't
wife,
have
"I'm going to."
control. He doesn't have
Yeah, he said, "I'm going
control.
to make you cry all the days of your life." He
Mm.
mentioned it, and he took the
Yeah.
kids, went somewhere, set the kids ablaze inside the car.
Mm. All right. Thank you very much, my brother, for joining us. I think I understand where you were going, even though you were not able to put that across in the way that you wanted. Sometimes I understand that we struggle to express ourselves, but there is no justification. No, maybe, if we did like this, no, maybe. It's no, no, no. It's just no. Stay focused. I've got you.
Hello, Auntie B. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening. Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you from Scotland.
Okay. What do you have to say?
Yeah. So I have 4 points here that I'd like to
Do you know why I
protest
was
on.
laughing? You know why I was
I know.
laughing, right?
I
Okay.
know.
Let's keep it between the two of us. If I tell you what
Yeah,
I
I know.
did, if I tell you what I did, you will not believe it. I've been sending you messages that I meant to send you. I've been sending it to another person.
Oh my goodness.
I will show you later. You will see. Videos,
Okay.
everything I will share with that person. What is going on? Oh my God. I found out that is the wrong number I was sending them to today.
You're too busy.
Forgive me, my love. You're
It's
welcome.
okay. It's absolutely fine. So first and foremost, this is really heartbreaking, and it's appalling to see the list that
Mm-hmm.
anybody would do this to another person. There's no amount of anger. Nothing justifies taking another person's life. I
Yeah.
don't care what the situation is, and nothing can make me ever make sense out of it. But first and foremost, I'd like to point out to the reference people make about age. I'm not coming out here to campaign for people marrying older spouses, but I would like to correct an impression that is totally wrong. Marrying a younger or an older person does not depict a successful marriage.
Okay.
What is more important is the individual. What are their values? If you're marrying an older man, what are his values? What are his morals? That is what should matter most to you.
Yeah.
If if you sense that an older man has a bit of a temper,
Hmm.
that's a problem. You shouldn't get yourself involved with such a man. If you find a younger man who is cool headed and you can communicate when there is issues, then I think it's a better option. But that suffice to say, old or young, age is not the question. The question here that we need to start addressing as Africans in the
Mm.
diaspora and back home is what are our morals? What are the individual morals? What do we represent?
Yeah.
Saying that, going forward, another point and I would like to portray on is marriage. We as Africa, we have worked mentality about what marriage is.
Completely.
But I have been married for 12 years, and I think I'm on a good stead to talk about this conversation. Marriage, whether we like it or not, we do not agree as Africans, but marriage is a partnership, whether we look at it that way or not. But the reality of what marriage is, it's a partnership. Any marriage that has to be successful, you have to see it as a partnership. And in a partnership, everybody brings in their own quota.
Yeah.
And in a partnership, everybody has the right to express what they think should be done going forward in any situation that arises. So being in marriage and just having, yeah, I know I don't want to go into religion about the man being the
No,
head and the
let's
woman being the
let's
neck.
let's leave the religion. It's not religion we're
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah, I
It's
know. I'm
about
just saying,
people not being able
I'm
to control themselves and domestic violence. What
yeah,
leads to it? How do we avoid
I'm
it?
just
Yeah.
I'm just saying that because I'm about to say something else.
Yeah.
So in marriage, what has worked for me, 12 years being married, is being seeing ourselves first as human beings, secondly as equals. And because we see ourselves as equals, we don't butt head. We see ourselves as a team. And if you're in a team, like a football team, they're all equals. Because they are all equals, they strive to bring their individual powers together to achieve a collective goal, which is winning. If we start seeing marriage in that light, then I think we're solving one problem at a time. Then,
Yeah.
secondly, I would like to put the point out about parenting. All of this boils down to parenting. How intentional are we as parents raising our kids,
Yeah.
boys or girls? I don't care the sex of the child, but how intentional are we? Because these kids come to us as as a blank slate when they're born. Basically, tabula rasa, they're blank. It's what we put in them that
Yes.
eventually forms who they become in future.
Absolutely.
So, what are you teaching your sons? Are you teaching your sons that, oh, a man should not cook? Oh, a man should not clean. Oh, a man should not do this. And you're basically making your daughters clean after your sons. That's a problem. We need to start teaching our sons and raising our daughters and our sons equally, giving them equal opportunities to express themselves, equal opportunity to learn lifelong skills without any prejudice. Because
Yeah.
I don't see any sense in anybody, any parent who has good intentions for their kids, raising their kids with you're raising your sons differently, raising your girls differently in the same household. That is a recipe for disaster. And that has to stop. As African parents, we need to start channeling and campaigning for equal parenting for both genders.
Yeah.
And because you're raising them the same, if your son hits his sister, you automatically pause everything and tell him, sit him down. There's no point in shouting. Shouting takes nobody no place. Sit him down. Explain one, why what he's done is wrong. Two, why he has to apologize. Three, why he has to get punished. Punishment doesn't have to be corporal punishment. There are
Yeah.
so many ways you can punish a child to teach them. But
Yeah.
first and foremost,
Discipline.
because
Yeah.
we
It's
African
discipline.
parents, we jump straight into punishment without explaining why they're getting punished,
Yeah.
without explaining anything to these children. So they grow up with this mindset of not knowing why they're being punished, and they
Yeah.
grow up with this deep seated anger. They become adults that are damaged goods.
Absolutely.
So all I
Thank
have
you.
to say, parents should be intentional. Lastly, I'll just run over this. It's all about mental health. Please and please, let's not downplay mental health and people who genuinely are suffering from mental health. I
Yeah.
understand this guy has deleted his partner, his wife, albeit, but everything is not all about mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have problems with themselves.
Yeah.
It's not all that has to do with mental health. Looking
Yeah.
at this man, he might go sit for an evaluation with a psychiatrist and he would
Mm-hmm.
come out as mentally fit. What does that tell you? It tells
Yeah.
you, it takes us back to the beginning of what I'm saying, parenting to his work mentality,
Yeah.
because his ego has been boosted so big as a child. Now he's a man. He cannot disassociate himself from being a man, being a dad, and being a colleague at work. He can only be a colleague at work and the same, but the moment he hits the door and comes home, he becomes a completely different man. Why?
Yeah.
Because he feels that is his domain and
Mm-hmm.
he is Lord.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
that has nothing to do with mental health.
Yeah.
Mental health is a different ballgame. There are lots of people, half the amount of people in the world who suffer mental health do not go on to be abusers. Most
Yes.
of the time, they are the ones that are being
Being
abused.
abused. Yeah. Yeah. If
So,
people that suffer from mental health are going up and down, deleting people, then we will not have people. Nobody will be safe
yeah,
anywhere.
nobody
Yeah.
will be safe. So
Mm.
let's
They
let's
use mental
cut.
health. Sometimes it's just an excuse
It's
to say,
just an
"Oh,
excuse to
it's
get
something that the lawyers, yeah, will use to plead."
a lesser sentence.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
thank God these days judges don't they take that with a pinch of salt. They put you through
Yeah.
all the evaluations. If you come back as mentally fit and then you stand and you get your punishment and you go
Ah,
for the time. You do the
I
time, you commit the
America does
crime,
not
you do
play.
the
They don't
time.
play with. It's not like UK here where they say life sentence is
Yeah,
25 years. America, life
yeah.
is life. So
Life is life.
life is life.
So
So he will do it.
yeah.
That's if they
So
don't. That's the same rope. They don't put it on his neck first or send him
yeah.
to the electric chair.
Mhm. Yeah. So let's just cut this. I'm not going to use any foul language, but let's just cut this BS.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you. Thank you
Everything is
so
not
much.
mental health. People
Yeah.
with mental health, half of the people who live with mental health around the world are reasonable people. As long as first they've accepted they've got it, that's a big step. And
Mm-hmm.
then they're involving themselves in
In
every treatment
treatment.
that they need to be. I
Yeah.
tell you, they
Mm.
work and they're perfect human beings.
Yeah.
They
Thank you
do
so
things like
much.
every normal person. Thank you, Auntie B. I
I
will not
like
take
your
any
name.
more of your time.
Stay focused. I love it. I'm going to stay focused. Thank you very much for telling me.
Thank you.
I'll speak to you
Thank
soon.
you, Auntie
Okay.
B. Thank you very much. All
Bye.
right. Okay, bye.
Bye. Yeah. Mental health, mental health, mental health. Somebody said something in the comment section. I've had to make sure I address that quickly. When we were talking about the mental health, somebody there said that go and anger it's not about action. And when the other man was saying that sometimes the things that you say to somebody can make them angry and they cannot control themselves. And then I think it's a man in the comment section said, go and anger lion and then stay there and be saying that they shouldn't react. I'm like, oh my God, who are these people? Who raised this kind of human beings? We are talking about a human being with 5 senses. You are using lion to do example. But you go and anger lion and stay there and say that he should not react. Shy! And as somebody go marry this kind of human being, so say go and anger lion. We are talking about human beings. You dey compare am to lion. Now not see people. You not see human being. Kai. People are damaged though. They are so damaged. You cannot even help them. They will not even listen to you. They are the ones that will come here and throw shade and curse their mama, curse their papa, curse everybody. They waka they go. Wow. Now wow. Ruji, you're welcome, sweetie. Thanks for your patience.
No problem, Auntie B. Thank you so much for your show. I've been learning so much from your show.
Thank you. Are you in the US?
Yes, I'm calling from Washington State, which is in Washington State by California.
Yeah, I think I know that area.
Yeah.
I know those ones. Okay. Yeah, welcome. What do you have to say? You say you know a bit about this family.
Yes, so I am Fulani from Guinea, and this is where this couple's from.
You
So
guys are so pretty. Wow.
thank
Fulani
you.
people are so beautiful. Look at you. I'm looking at your pictures now. You are drop dead gorgeous.
Thank you. So I was calling because someone called in today on one of the we have someone who is from our community. He's very popular and he makes videos. Someone who's a family friend called in and I was going to share the video with you, but she was speaking in Fulani.
Okay.
So what she said is that basically this couple, they used to live in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
The man was married to a Japanese lady and they had about 3 or 4 kids. They're divorced. He went back home, married this lady who passed away. May her soul rest in peace. They stayed in Japan for a while and then they came to the US with the Japanese children
Right.
because the lady was so done with him, she didn't even want the kids no more.
Right. So the kids are his kids, not her kids.
No, she has kids with her and he has kids with his ex-wife who's Japanese.
Right. Right.
Yeah, his older children. I think the oldest is 20.
Mm-hmm.
So when he married this African lady, the Japanese lady called her and warned her that she shouldn't be with him and that there's a reason why she left him, but she's not going to tell him why. But he's a very
Wow.
evil person.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I guess, she ignored it. They got married, had a baby, and then they moved to the US with the Japanese kids that he had with them.
Children.
Yeah.
Where did he marry her from? Did he marry her from Japan or from Africa?
It seems like he brought her from back home.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So when they got here, he came with those kids. Apparently, those kids don't like her. They don't
Mm-hmm.
like stepmom. So she's living with them, living with the guy. They have a lot of kids and they've been having so many issues to the point that they're in the process of going through a divorce right now. But he
Mm-hmm.
always comes back home. So this
See?
last time that he came back, she got pregnant because she has a baby who's 7 months old.
My goodness.
Yes, that's how old the youngest child is, according
Oh,
to the lady.
7 months. Oh my God.
Yes, according to that person. And then
Hmm.
she has another one who's maybe a year plus. Like the distance between the two kids is not much.
Hmm.
So it's a very, very sad situation because like she's trying to leave, but he always seems to find his way back. And now that this happened, the children are with the oldest child, the 20-year-old,
My
because
goodness.
there's no family here. She doesn't have any family. And they have to give the kids to the next of kin.
Yeah.
And she didn't have a good relationship with that girl because the girl even moved out of the house.
She's 20 years old. She can't raise babies. She's a child
No,
herself.
can't, but she's the closest one they have. If not, they have to go into the system.
They will have to go still. She
Yeah.
cannot raise babies.
Yeah, so right
Wow.
now, the community is trying to find a way to bring her mom back because her mom used to be here with the family, but she came with a visa. She doesn't have papers. So they're trying to find a way to see if the mom can come back because the system's going to take those kids. The youngest is 7 months old.
So he was married before. This is his second marriage.
Second marriage, and they said he has another wife back home too.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Are they Muslims?
They have to be Muslim because I'm a Fulani and 99.9% of Fulanis are
Are
Muslim.
Muslims.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Right. So you
yeah,
people are Buhari's brother. Why don't you take Buhari to your country so that he can free us
we
in
don't want
Nigeria? He's
we
your
have
brother.
we have our own issue. We just had a coup in Guinea. They just
We
got rid
need
of
you
the
people to
president.
come and remove Buhari from our country, please. You people should take Buhari away.
We just had a coup in our own country. So I think all African presidents just have issues. They have greed. That's the problem.
Yeah. And you know what?
Mhm,
Something, no, I know I was joking there,
mhm,
and I know you know that. Um, I was reflecting on this today. I was reflecting on it, and I was just in my spirit. I was troubled. I was praying in my spirit. I said, God, why is this like this? Why
mhm,
is it so many things are happening, with marriages, with relationship? And he said, look at Africa. And the
yeah,
Holy Spirit just said, look at Africa. I say, in my mind, I was saying, why are you saying look at Africa? What does Africa got to do with it? And
yeah,
then he said, look at your country, Nigeria, that is 60 years, 61 years yesterday.
mhm,
How is the country? Who has run the country for 61 years? Is it not men? I
yeah,
say, eh? I say, it's men. Oh.
yeah.
The whole of Africa, who is running Africa? Who is ruling Africa? Is it not men?
It's men. Yeah.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
So it follows that, okay, all these problems in Africa, relationship and everything, sadly, we'll go put them on our doorstep, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate. It's
My
very
goodness. So the first wife warned her. I'm really, really sad
yeah.
that she didn't listen.
Yeah, they said she called her and she told her if she knew who she was married to, she would leave him. She said she's not going to tell her why she left him, but he's like manipulative and he just has a lot of issues. She should run for her life. But she didn't listen to her. And, they've been married. And I heard since they got married, it's always been problems. Always been problems.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It will be problem because he's sick in the head. He's oh my God, 3 wives and children all over the place.
All over.
Thank
7 month
you.
old baby. Very, very sad. The message
Oh, look
is
how beautiful she is.
so
My
beautiful.
goodness.
Yeah, so beautiful. It's quite sad.
Thank you, Reggie, for the update, for clarifying, some of the things that we didn't know about this situation.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Have
No,
a good evening, my darling.
thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Wow. Now we know a bit more. So, are we seeing any similarities? I know people said that it's not about age, it's not about this, but I think I keep, I can't help it. There are too many things that always ring true in all these stories. The age gap, married from Africa, imported wife, a man that was married before with children, is always the same. It's always the same. I don't know. This is too bad. King Blaze, good evening.
Hey, Auntie B, how you doing?
I'm all right. You're welcome.
Awesome, awesome. I'm not going to take too much of your time. I just wanted to add a few points. I'm glad that lady made some clarity in regards to the details of the situation.
Yeah.
So, a few things I want to say to the ladies, right? I think before the last lady spoke, there was a lady who came in and she was speaking about partnership and all that good stuff. I think that's great and all, right? But I think women need to understand the kind of man they're getting into a relationship with, right? Different
Yeah.
men are different. There are some men that have a lot of ego. There are some men that what one finds very offensive, the other doesn't. There are some men that it could be a joke, but they don't see it as a joke. So that is why during the dating phase, it's important to understand what kind of man you're dealing with. In regards to abuse, just like the gentleman that called from somewhere in the United States that said he left an abusive relationship,
Yeah.
I've
John.
also been in an abusive relationship as well. And one thing I've learned is this: um, people who are abusive, they don't change. So
Mm,
if there's anybody on the call, be you a man or a woman, who is currently going through an abusive relationship, the best advice I'll give you is this: you got to start working on your exit. And when you're working on your exit, you have to do it without, you have to do it in a way that you're not putting yourself in danger, right? People, so for example, let me use a man as an example. Like for me, there's nothing a woman is going to tell me or do to me. Even if a woman hits me, I'm not going to hit her back. And I'll tell you why. First of all, I'm not in Africa, right? Where there's no
mm,
laws. I'm in the US. If I hit a woman back and she calls the cops and they take me to jail, my career is officially over.
mm.
So whatever I've been working on for so many years, just one domestic violence incident can destroy my future in America. So any man who is bold enough in the West to put his hands on a woman, that tells you a lot about him not caring about his own future, because that single decision can destroy everything you've worked hard for. So I think, you know, that alone should tell you that if somebody is willing to throw all that away just because of they cannot control their anger, then that tells you a lot about what the kind of person they are. Uh, Once again, people who are abusive, they don't change. You can't change abusive people. Your pastor can pray for them and they'll stop abusing you. Your prophets can deliver them from abuse. You need to understand that. And I think the reason why we see this very predominantly in the African community is because I know I called the other day and I was speaking and I told you that I don't think like a conventional African. And the reason is
Yeah.
because
Mm,
most Africans are the way we were brought up. We're brought up to endure suffering.
yeah.
Nigeria has been, we've been, we've been. I mean, colonization. I think colonization was even better than this 61 years of hell that we've been through.
Mm,
But nobody's speaking. Everybody's acting like nothing is happening. That is the same mindset they take into relationship and marriage. If a man is beating you, oh, let the church not know that they are beating me. Let them know. I mean, we cannot continue to live and hide our pain because of what other people think. We need to be able to accept, things, especially with abuse, and walk away. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. You are not married. Who cares? I mean, is there an award for being married?
I wonder.
You know what I mean? Are you winning a lottery prize?
You take it to the bank, your
So
marriage certificate to
exactly,
withdraw
like,
money.
what is this thing exactly that? Oh, you see, we need to expand our horizons. You can't be thinking about the people in your church, because you can travel and go live in Taiwan. You can go stay in Japan, and you have a whole new community of people. So don't look at the world as just the little place and the little people that are around you. The world is a big place. So don't allow yourself, to get caught up in that cycle of, what are the people around me going to think.
Gonna
You need to
say.
do what's best for you. Exactly. You need to do what's best for you. And if it's to protect your children, you need to make that decision. I don't know if you've heard this story. There's a big story in the US now about a 23-year-old white boy who killed his girlfriend, Brian Laundrie. It's gone viral now. I'm sure a lot of people who are from the US have heard this. But this is exactly the same thing that happened. You see how that relationship domestic violence, it wasn't the first time, right? It's multiple times. And so if you continue staying in a toxic environment, eventually someday you're not going to get lucky. So the question is, why do you want to wait till that day?
Yeah.
The 23-year-old white boy who killed his girlfriend recently in Florida here, the police were called a day before the girl was killed. There was a body cam of the police talking to the girl and the guy, and people called the police and said they saw the guy beating the girl. And the police stopped them, but guess what? The police did not arrest the guy because the girl said, I was the one that started it. But this is the thing. If only that girl knew that the next day he was going to kill her, do you think she would say that? So if you're dealing with abuse, always understand that it can always get to the worst. So don't wait till that happens, right? Don't wait. And that's my message to Africans. Nobody, don't care about anybody judging you. If you're dealing with abuse, please walk away, because abusive people, they see it as a way of dominating you. Especially, so people, you would only live with the things that you tolerate. So if somebody sees that they slap you today and you say, okay, I'm forgiving you, tomorrow is punch, they're going to punch you. So please, 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 let's keep that in mind. Like me, I'm currently single, but guess what? If I see a female who has a tendency of being aggressive, I don't even want to say hi. Because I want peace in my life, and that is the choice I've made. I want peace, and anybody who is going to bring me peace is who I'm going to relate with. I don't care if you're finer than Beyonce or whatever the hell. If you cannot give me peace, I don't want to deal with you, because people have a right to make choices of the kind of people they want around them. So I think that's in summary of what I wanted to say. Let's see. So I'm just looking at my notes. So I think I've hit the nail. I've hit the points. Let us not get accustomed to suffering and smiling. Africans should be happy about getting out of toxic relationships. Nobody should be judging anybody for saying they left some husband. That is archaic. You don't know the dynamics of relationship. Stop judging women. Stop telling women. You know what I mean? Like, if they are dealing with domestic abuse, they have the human right to walk away, because nobody deserves that. So that's it in conclusion.
Thank you so much, King Blaze. I can
You're
listen
welcome.
to
You're
you
welcome.
all day. You see, I didn't interrupt you. Honestly, I can just put you on my what they call it, player, and just listen to you all day, because you speak the language that I understand. Thank you so much. I'm so
You're
glad
welcome.
when I have people like you, because I know that all hope is not lost. We still got a good one. We got good ones, especially the younger ones. I don't hate any old people. I'm not saying that all the old people are bad, though, but on this show, having been doing this for almost 5 years now, I can tell you categorically that the younger Nigerian men, a lot of them, they've got it. They are okay. They understand life better. They see women not as someone that will just wash and clean and cook for them, but as equals. They respect women. Not all of them, again. There are older ones that respect women, and the older ones that are still, it's neither here nor there, but I always find that it's the younger ones that, yeah. Anything you can take away from this, if you are listening now, you're watching this later on, what King Blaze said, do not die in abuse. There is no award that will give to you. You see this beautiful girl? She is gone. Gone. They know the right and say now today go kill you. If you don't, they beat you one day, it will be too late. So my number is on the screen. Send a message now. Get help. I'm not guaranteeing that we can help everybody, but if you're in the diaspora, we always have people that come to help. Send a message and don't send a message and say, oh, please, I want to talk to you privately, Auntie B. Hey, can I talk to you in confidence? I don't want to come on the show. I'm sorry, if you don't come on the show, I cannot help you because I don't have any resources to help people. But I tell you that people that have come here by the grace of God and through the support of our community here, they are smiling now. A lot of them are smiling now. Okay? They are smiling. You guys remember Ella? The update I have for Ella, it will knock your shoes off by the grace of God, what God has done in her life. Don't stay in abuse. Do not stay in abuse because you want to be married. My parents said I cannot leave. What would I'm staying because of children. And my church people, they will laugh at me. Not today. If they now their mouth, if they laugh finish, they shut up. Priska, I've
Yeah,
got you. We're rounding up now.
how you doing?
I'm all right. Where you joining us from?
I'm calling from Maryland.
You're welcome. What do you have to say?
It's first of all, I have to say it's quite unfortunate that we're doing this again in the last 2 days. That someone has to lose their life once again.
Mm.
But I have something I want to address. Maladjustment.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our culture, people grow up in a maladjusted environment.
What do you mean by that?
Maladjusted environment, I will tell you from experience. Some of them grew up in polygamous family where there's no love. Is all they know in the family is fight. Mother of these people fight mother of that person. Co-wives.
Mm-hmm.
And these children that has been brought up in this environment has maladjusted heart. Some of them do not know how to cope with it.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, remember during our grandfathers and grandmothers, they might have married these wives when they are 14 years old, then 13 years old. Some of them are not even seeing their period before they see their marry their husband.
Mm-hmm.
And these women at that age don't have mental way of, they are mentally maladjusted. They don't even know how to raise their children.
You like that word, Sha? That maladjustment. You really like it. Is one of your favorite words.
Yeah, but I'm telling you from experience and from what I have seen. I'm
Yeah.
a clinician, and
Mm,
I work with that. I'm a pro healthcare provider. Okay,
right.
and 90. Let me see. 70% of my patients are Africans.
Okay.
Okay, so I am talking from experience. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and also. And it takes me back to Amanda's book, where if you read that Purple Hibiscus,
Yeah.
if some of you have opportunity to read that book. So in African community also, we need to, I like the people that has state the fact of we need to know how to raise our boys. It's not only our boys, some of our girls are abusive too. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of our girls also raise hand on their men.
Mm-hmm.
So it also goes back on maladjustment. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So when a maladjusted heart, we need to know what is in psychology. That's what they call nature and nurture. A woman said it there. Remember that these children, that when they give it to us, it's like a blank check. We
Mm-hmm.
have to put what we want them to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
So our culture need to address that. So
Mm-hmm.
that some of these men that live with these women, they have so much anger in them, so much, I don't know how to address it, that they don't know how to communicate, they don't know how to relate. Also the women, but I can see there is more men in our culture than women. There are
Yeah.
women who are abusive. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And like a
But
lot of
women are
people.
not killing men every day.
No, because women's are mothers. Women, it will be very hard for women to kill, but some of them kill diabolically, and that is not being said. Do you know that?
No, I don't.
or you don't. People spiritually, you're a spiritual woman. People do kill people diabolically, and then most of African women does that. They delete their husband in a secret way. Okay, so we ought to be able to address this maladjustment that we people has gone through. Like they say, if you're going into a relationship and you see all these things, run before time. Be able to teach our children what to look for and what not to look for in a relationship, so that we can see these things beforehand.
Yeah.
And be able to know what we can handle. Because if you're a kind heart, you cannot handle a wicked heart. It's not gonna work. No matter everything that you want to bring in that relationship is gonna be difficult. Two of your minds are not working the same way.
Yeah.
Look at the last speaker now, is a guy. He's been abused. You
Yeah.
can see that he's a guy with a liberal mind.
Yeah, and he walked away.
He walked away.
Yeah, but
And that's
women don't
another
easily
thing
walk away
we're
like
not
that.
teaching our people. We need to start teaching our people when to walk away. I walked away from mine. You don't have to be there forever. You don't have to. Our culture is not allowing it yet. And then, like another person says, there's no way you want to divorce a man and you still live in the same house with them. It's dangerous.
Very, very.
It's very dangerous. And I know a lot of women don't know how to put together to live. Because sometimes women are emotional. Before we can't even keep it to ourselves what we want to do. We will tell it to the whole world, or by anger, tell it to the person we are leaving, and he will plot against the person.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much, Priska. I appreciate your contribution. And I have to move on now. Stella, I got you. You're
Yes,
next.
I'm good, thank you. Good evening.
You're welcome. Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you from the UK, from
Okay.
Kent.
All right. What do you have to say?
It's really interesting. Your program is wonderful. I listen to it all the time.
Thank you very much.
And I just tried joining in today.
Okay.
The issue of abuse is so sad. This young pretty girl had to just lose her life.
Yeah.
Just like that. Mothers, we have to teach our sons. A lot of it has to do, like the last speaker said, with maladjustment. Mothers have to teach their sons to respect.
That's the watchword for tonight. Maladjustment.
It is not even to love. It is to respect. We need to teach them, imbibe in them to respect their wives, to respect their partners, their girlfriends. This person you say you love, if you love somebody, you do not hurt that person.
At all.
You do not hurt the person. I say to my daughters, I've got 3 pretty daughters, if a man raises his hands against you, there is no love. Because if you love me, you won't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
So why would you hurt me?
Yeah.
You
why don't they fight in
yourself.
their workplace? Don't they get offended? People don't offend? Is there anybody that doesn't get any shitty treatment in their workplace? If you live in diaspora, why don't you fight them there? If you cannot, if it's about control, that you have no control, why don't you fight on the streets?
That's right. Then go on the street and fight. Be a boxer. Go fighting in the streets. But they don't do that. So they have to learn how to respect their
maladjustment. Yes.
If you do not want to respect me, then there's no point for it. In fact, it is zero tolerance to striking. Zero tolerance. Don't hit my daughter, because if you hit her, then that is it. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
Then women, we have to learn. Women have to learn to love themselves.
Preach,
love
sister.
yourself.
Preach it.
Love yourself so much. Love yourself so much that you do not want anybody to hurt you.
Yeah.
No striking. hot. There are different kinds of domestic violence. I don't want to go into that
No, we
because
haven't got
there's
time for
so
that. I'm sure everybody knows.
thank
They all
you.
know. Mhm.
There's so many types of domestic violence. But
Yeah,
see, when it gets physical, then it's time to get out.
yeah. No, it's not even when it gets physical. Emotional actually breaks somebody down mentally. Emotional is even
Emotional will
worse.
even kill you.
Yeah, emotional is
So
silent killing. It will be killing you
thank
small,
you.
small.
There's no point going through that. If you do not love me, then there's no point me staying.
Yeah, thank
Everybody go
you.
their way. Then we are at peace with each other.
Yeah, thank you so much, Stella. I appreciate your contribution.
God
Have a good
bless you.
evening, sis. Yeah, thank you. Maladjustment that we heard from our sister there. She's giving us a word. Maladjust yourself and make sure you are well maladjusted. Your children must be maladjusted. Teach them how to adjust. Teach all of us. Teach yourself. Love yourself. I love what this last sister said. A lot of women don't love themselves. They are looking for love everywhere. I'm going to bring a woman here next week, and she's going to talk about her own experience about how she left the marriage. It blew me off, and she kept telling me, "Hey, Bridget, teach these women how to love themselves." I said, "How am I going to teach them? How do you teach somebody how to love themselves? How? It's something that you develop, even if you don't have it naturally from birth, that nobody ever loved you, your parents didn't love you. It's something that you just grow by maybe reading books or building your self-esteem, going to therapy or whatever. But the truth is that a lot of women do not love themselves. The only way they feel loved is when they are with a man. That's the truth. Mary, I've got you. Unmute yourself, please. Sorry. Thanks for waiting.
It's okay. You're welcome. I've been trying to get in for a while.
I'm
Hi, Auntie
sorry.
B. How are you?
Yeah,
It's
I'm all right.
okay.
Where are you joining us from?
I'm calling from Cali, California.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. I've been watching your show for a while now, and I just love it. Thank you so much for what you're doing.
Thank you.
For this story is so sad. It's so sad because it's happening often, and it seems like the African community is the entire continent is so sad. Looking back in the continent, just like what you said, I asked myself the same question:
Yeah.
why is the African continent the way it is?
Yeah.
And when you think about it, you just see that we need a lot of mental health. We need a lot of therapy. The continent, men, women, we need a different way of thinking. The same way we have been thinking for years is not working. It's not working. There's a good side of society, the way we think, our culture, there's good and bad, but it seems like we're keeping the bad more than we're keeping the good as time goes on. For this story, it's so sad that this man had to kill his wife. I bet you it has been going on for a while, and it's an abusive relationship. I have a story of my own. It started, I was actually married to a Nigerian, and I'm a Sierra Leonean. It started off as an abuse, but I love myself too much I grew up here. So there was a shift in my mental thinking. I grew up in the US and I went to school here since I was a kid. There's a shift in my thinking that not everything has to be. I love my African culture. I love my culture, but not everything have to be about African culture. Not everything there has to be balance in the way we look at things. Like abuse is a no-no. I grew up, my father abused my mother. So I've seen that part of it. And I said, no, I will not take that in my relationship. I'm going to love myself so much that a man has to respect me. I'm demanding the respect from my husband.
I love that. Say it again. That you
I demand the respect from my husband.
Let's give it up for Mary. Let's give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. I love it. When I hear women who are so emphatic about their self-worth, about who they are, they know who they are, they love themselves, and they say, I'm not begging you for it. I am demanding it. Give it
I'm
to
not
me or get
begging.
out. If you don't want to give it to me, go.
And the fact that he actually came to the point in the marriage when he told me, I don't think, Mary, you're serious about this relationship because you're not willing to fight for it. I said, listen, I love you. I love my relationship. I love my son. I have a son, a 2-year-old son. I love my son to death. And no parent, I came from a broken home. No person wants to, after coming from a broken home, to give that to your children. But if things don't change, I am living, and I don't mind raising my child by myself. I can do it. Many people have done it and they're successful. So I can do it myself. And that made him think that I wasn't serious about my marriage or my relationship. It's like a mind control. This
Yeah.
person really don't care about her marriage to fight for it. So
You care about yourself
she's
more.
now
I care about yourself more
willing
than whatever
to
that
put up
relationship
with her.
is.
Yeah, I care about myself more. I told him, I said, if I die, you will remarry and forget about me.
Yes. Oh, Mary's internet is playing up. Eh?
If you kill me, everybody will move on. My family have lost a daughter. Hello?
Mary? Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh,
Go
great.
on.
Okay. And for me, I chose myself more, and to be, I chose myself, and and I've been, it's not always about prayers. And I prayed, and I said, listen, we had a community. He's African, he's an Igbo man. He's not so much good with communication. I put him down. I say, you know what? Marriage is about communication. If we're not really willing to work it out, then we both have to go our way. I had to force him to sit him down to communicate. And it did. And he started putting his hands on me. I said, oh, no, I'm not having that. So to all women out there, what you know you cannot tolerate in the future, please stop it right there and then.
So what
Stop it
happened?
right.
The
Stop it
relationship
right there and
progressed, your
done.
relationship with him. Did it continue after that?
Yes, ma'am, it did. We're still together, happy. You will not believe a man that had anger issue is now the one communicating with me because I had to nip it in the bud before it gets out of hand. Because I don't want what happened to my mother to happen to me.
Yeah.
I don't want what happened to my having a broken home to happen to me. You know, I don't mind working on it, making it work. But if it doesn't take one person to make a marriage work, it takes two.
Absolutely.
So if one person is not, I used to feel like I was losing myself because I had to walk on eggshells because the person that I'm with have anger issues, and you know anything can upset them. So I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm leaving because it seems like it's not working. So I believe in people changing. I've seen it firsthand.
And that's because you didn't put up with it. If you didn't put your
Exactly.
foot down, you would have continued.
Yes.
You put
Yes.
your foot down and you chose yourself. You chose
Yes.
your mental health. You chose
Yes.
your health. You chose your liberty. You chose to love yourself. And you see,
Yes.
he respected that and
He
he just
respected me.
copulated and changed. The same person with anger problems. Because
Yes.
this is it. Women continue to take, and the more you take, the more it's going to happen.
The more you
Like
keep quiet, the more it get worse.
the guy says, if you bring abuse, I step. The two guys have come today and told us they live easily because it is easier for a man to live a relationship. The women,
Yes.
we are conditioned to stay. Okay?
Yes.
But you need to put your foot down. What you are not going to take, do not permit it. Don't permit it. What are you
And
so
to be,
afraid of? It's not so
if
bad
you
to be alone.
if you ask any man like what a man put women through, would you be able to take it? Most of them will say no. Why is that? So you expect me to take what you cannot take. It's not possible.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you so much, Auntie B.
I really enjoyed your contribution. Please come again. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
yes, ma'am. Have a
I
wonderful
mean,
day.
I'm curious to know what you did to change that our Igbo brother do. Did you go to
Ah,
therapy?
no, I did not.
I mean, your husband, your
Oh
partner.
no. No, I told him because he loved his son and he loved his family. He's just going through he have anger problem. And I told him I don't care what you do, whether therapy, the Lord, because different things work for different people. But if
Yes.
you want me to stay in this home, in this marriage, you're going to have to start doing some things. And I know because you have anger issue, I don't mind, working on certain things, but if it gets too much, I'm out. And that's where I stand then, that's where I stand now. So he knows I can work out any minute. His mom know I can work at any minute because his mom has said, I'm afraid because we believe in marriage and I don't know if you're gonna stay if you married to my son. I told her, I said, Mom, I pray that your son act properly because if not, I'm out. And I
Thank you
stand
very
on that.
much. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mary. And I hope that he continues to behave himself. I'm sure he will because he said you're happy. You see? Simple. He fixed it because she was bold enough to love herself. But when we are talking, they'll say, he hates men. You're teaching them the wrong thing. Under 1 week, 2 women deleted because they refuse to choose themselves. You want that identity so badly. It is not a criteria like King Blaze said. You don't enter heaven with marriage certificate. They don't use it to collect money from the bank. Marriage is good. The psychologist that came here the other day, the psychiatrist, remember Dr. Adeshola told us, a good marriage should be mutually beneficial to both parties. If it's not benefiting you and you keep putting up with it, we will not do your show here. All of you, that you are watching this and you are enduring bad marriages. You better sorosoke now. Stop enduring nonsense. You better speak out and get help because you don't know what's going to happen to you tomorrow. The next punch might land you in. See, you become a statistics. They will be doing show like this about you if you don't get out. If you don't borrow yourself sense, be giving excuses. It's my children. It's my children. See this woman now. Somebody from their village now, their country came and told us they want her 2 other wives. Don't go there. Oh. She said she's the one that will change him. That's what another person in the comment section said. I'm the one that it is not your duty to change anybody. When will women learn? You are not his mother. You are not God Almighty. You are not Holy Spirit. They say this man, don't go there. If ex-wife can be warning you, I'm sure she probably thought that the ex-wife is jealous that maybe because she's not African. I'm the African wife. I'll be the one. I'll be the one that will fix him. Lobaton. You see life. Adewale, I've got you. We're rounding up now.
Good evening, Auntie V. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to take an academic approach to the domestic violence problem that happens in the African community. But before I do that, I'd like to say something about the caller who said something about you should learn to know what triggers your partner. He sounded like the family members that always come to beg the wife in an abusive relationship to stay and endure. That statement he made just sounded like the exact excuse they always give. Try, just
And
try and
understand
you know,
him.
keep your around
Know
it. So
what makes him
I
angry.
just yeah. So I'm just telling everyone, don't take that advice. It's very dangerous. It's just going to make you want to stay more rather than leave. So I'm just going to say that, and then back to the main topic. So there are two problems I noticed growing up in an abusive relationship. Like my father was abusive.
Oh,
He was
Adewale, you
so
hesitate to say it now because you told us so much
yeah.
about your father and your mother. And
Yeah,
your
no,
mother,
I mean it sounds like I dislike my dad, but I don't. I
I
love my dad
know.
actually. I love him very much, and I also believe that loving someone is not only saying the good things about them, but also talking about their flaws, hoping
Yeah,
they'll change.
yeah.
So the first problem is I'm just going to say women because most of the victims are usually women. Women don't notice when domestic violence actually happens, like that triggering moment. A lot of people believe it's when the person starts being abusive. No, it's not. That's the number one problem. And then the second problem is the sons are not raised to, like, they're not taught to have good relationships with the opposite sex, with women. They're only taught to hustle and provide for the family.
Yeah.
Having good relationships with women, it's not even discussed in the household. So that's the second problem. So I'm just going to go back to the first problem. So domestic violence actually happens. It starts, like, the triggering moment is actually the first day you meet the person, the first day you think this person actually loves you. There's a fine line between love and hate. Not fine. The line between love and hate is very
It's
blurry.
thin.
It's very
Yeah.
blurry.
Very thin.
And
Yeah.
so for an abusive person, they actually they mistake hate for love. They don't even they can't differentiate between the two, and that's very, very dangerous. So when a man says he loves you, you don't listen to what he says, but his actions
His
towards you.
actions.
A man that loves you needs to respect you first. That's the number one thing. And that man also has to be your cheerleader. He has to hope for the
And it
best
goes
in
for
you.
the other person as well. A woman
Yeah,
that
but
loves you
I'm
will
just
respect you as well. Yeah.
exactly. Well, I think women understand this when it comes to men, but I think, like, men don't understand this when it comes to women. That's why I'm telling women.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
by him buying you gifts or telling he loves you is not. It's not. That's not how he shows he actually loves you.
Yeah.
That's just the feeling. Showing that he loves you means he cheers you on, and he also respects you as a human being. If those two things are not there, he doesn't love you. He doesn't love you. I mean, I was speaking to my sister the other day about like our father, and then she said something. She said my dad had always competed with my mom in in a very bad manner. It wasn't a healthy competition. Like, he
Hmm.
never really liked when she did something successful.
Hmm.
And I felt sad when she said that, because I wanted to disagree with her, because I really love my dad and I respect him. But I couldn't disagree with her because she was right. And then I also said something. I replied her by saying, like, I don't think my dad actually loved my mom in the actual sense. I think he loved the hustling nature of my mom, because he saw himself in her, that hustling nature of himself in my mom, and realized that this woman is going to be a very good, dutiful wife and mother to my children. But he didn't actually love her, like, in the love sense. And this might be a very sad thing to say, but just believe me when I say it, because I studied my parents, most especially my mom, growing up. I became my mom's emotional partner. When she had
Hmm.
the abusive episodes with my dad, she'd come to
Should be
me
dumping on
crying,
you.
sad. She
And
wasn't
that's
dumping,
so
but yeah, her
that's
emotions were
dumping.
coming out. But I
That's
didn't, I didn't,
dumping.
yeah, but for some reason I didn't soak it in. I took it like an assignment, because I have this intuitive mind. So I started studying her, seeing how she reacted, what made her happy. So I was trying different things. If I tried this, if this made her happy,
But
I
you are
would.
a child. You shouldn't have
I
to do
was.
that.
I shouldn't have to do that's too much. But it
That's
just
some kind of emotional abuse on its own.
it was. I admit it was, but
Because I'm
I
not
was very
she's not
close.
deliberate, but you
It
shouldn't
wasn't. It
make
wasn't.
children your counselors or your therapist.
Yeah, yeah,
That will
but it
now be the
wasn't. She
one
didn't.
that, giving you that
No, she
emotional
didn't.
support and being there for
Yeah,
you
yeah.
and all that.
She
It
didn't
tells you
do
that
it.
you should have been out of the relationship, and you tell us that she's still there to today.
I
Those
mean,
ones will
she
never
didn't.
leave you.
She didn't do it intentionally.
I
She
know.
just she didn't do it intentionally. So I just kind of studied her, and then I started seeing those things, and then she had like a breathing space through me, and that I mean, I learned how to treat women by studying my mom, because that's strange. My dad didn't teach me that. What I saw from him is I didn't want that, but seeing how my mom reacted to certain things and what I saw outside as well, there were a lot of abusive marriages around in my environment generally. So I just looked at those things, and I realized that when a man tells a woman he loves her,
It means
what they
nothing.
say,
Mm,
it's just a feeling. The action means,
mm,
does that man respect you and love
mm.
you? I mean, respect you as a person, and also cheers you on, if those two things are not there, one, it's not even one. If both of them are not there, he doesn't love you. I'm sorry to say that he doesn't love you. So a man that doesn't love you but just wants you as a relationship, most of the time ends up being abusive. And I'm just going to paint a picture of how it starts because most people don't know. It starts by the man just looking at you, not saying anything, and then what happens? The man starts being resentful. When the resentment sets in, he goes to anger. And mostly abusive partners, especially men, don't know how to control their temperament. And a man that cannot control his temperament is a weak man. Because, I mean, a lot of people say men should be more emotional, but I always say men should be emotional with caution. If the caution is not there, it's disastrous because there's a lot of testosterone going on and there's so much physical power. So if they can't control that temperament, that anger, they start taking it out on their partners. So if a man can't control his anger, I don't even advise any woman to stay. Just walk out immediately. Don't even try to change him or see if he changes. 99% of the time, it doesn't work out. So please, when you meet a man, the moment you start feeling that he loves you, if those two things I said are not there, please walk out. It's not. It's going to end badly. It's going to end badly. And also for parents, I think most especially fathers, because a lot of people have been saying mothers should teach their sons to respect women, but I believe there's a cap on how mothers can teach their sons to respect women
Yeah.
because mothers are women. They can't really show that. The major responsibility comes from the fathers. I didn't have that growing up. So I'm urging all the fathers listening, teach your sons to respect women. And you do that by treating your wives right. Respect them. I always say, before love comes respect. If that is not there, there's like that foundation is broken already. It's shaky. There's nothing to build on. So you have to teach your sons that. I think a lot of people are saying teach women and all that. I mean, women have always been taught to be dutiful, to do this. You do this to your husband. If you do this, the guy is not going
One
to.
sense, sister, you guys are in the comment section. Why are you not arresting this comment now? Somebody is being disrespectful there. Eh? And I don't even put her on timeout or anything. I just leave and they carry, they go. They throw. Oh my, yeah, you even saw it. You didn't do anything. You need to do something. Don't allow them to carry on like that. It's not nice.
Yeah, so that's just what I'm going to say. So I'm just going to finally
Yeah.
end with the last two things I said. A man
Yeah.
loves you when he respects you and cheers you on. If
Yeah.
those two things are not there at the same time, pack your bags and
and
walk away.
and alele kwakwa. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you
so
so
that's all
much,
I wanted to
Adewale.
say.
You have
Yeah,
more wisdom
bye
than
bye.
some older people. Is it by age? Age is not wisdom. Anybody trolling Adewale there is not even deleting the comment, just block them. No baton. Solution focus. They form a handle. Come on, my
Sister
sisters.
B, I
Why
blocked
you not
them
block am?
now. I blocked the guy. I delete him and I can't block him. But it just so happened that you were doing it at the same time. I've been
Before you
monitoring
did
the comments.
that time you are typing, say you shouldn't even be trolling Adewale. You don't no need to for talk. Just
I
block am.
deleted the comment and then I did that. No worry. No
You think
worry.
say na age they take dey get sense? Na by
I know,
age.
I know. You know, say some people go talk with it, they want to talk. Well, Sister B, carry on, Jerry. I don't already. Yeah, I got you.
So you are
Sorry.
on now. Come on, son, sisters. You are on with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
last.
sorry. Sorry. Good evening, Auntie. Good evening, Auntie. Our keypad was
Okay, maybe
freezing.
I no check this thing. I no check the comment section. Somebody there they troll Adewale.
Oh, our computer they freeze. Like we
You were
type it's
saying
not
something
freezing.
very rude and disrespectful to
Oh my.
Adewale.
Sorry,
Can
we
you
didn't see
imagine?
that. Well, I don't see the
I
person.
deleted the comment and then I responded. I wanted him to see it. So once I responded and I now, hit his channel. So
That's all right. Thank you.
you just beat me to it, Auntie B.
Oh,
You know
I
your
see.
fingers are fast. Your
Fastest
fingers are
fingers.
fast. So
Fastest fingers first.
yeah, you feel
I have
you
a soft
got
spot for Adewale. Anybody touch Adewale,
I
I go fight the
me
person.
too. As soon as I saw that comment, I
Adewale
was
is my son. Nobody
Yes,
should come
so
near Adewale.
Yeah.
I told him,
no,
I said the day of his wedding, all of us would die type big gele. That in Papa
I'll
now we go
come
push and come
there.
out for the high table. We no go let us sit down there that day. We go find our
Honestly, as soon as I see the comment, all my blood rise. I say,
we
who
are
be
taking
this?
Ashoebi for Adewale's wedding when it's
Yes,
40. He said we'll
so
marry at 40. At 40, now we go take Ashoebi for
All of us go
Adewale's
yes.
show up.
wedding.
Oh. Ah, yes, so I was very upset when I see the comment. I said, who be this? I wanted him to see the comment. I deleted and I went back. And by the time I got there, you'd already blocked. I said, this woman, I
As I
think
just see
that
your comment when you dey talk, say you don't have to be rude to Adewale. I say, ma Adewale, good job. Me nigba.
Auntie be sorry, oh.
Thank you. Now welcome. Now no sister another one don't happen again.
I talk come on your talk now. It's very sad though.
You did the solution. She don't mute herself again.
no,
We dey round
I
up.
think, yeah. Oh, is it my turn? I
Make
know me
everybody talk at once
no.
so that we go end.
Okay, me one. Okay, well, una do all the
Somebody
comments.
don't offer to cook Ayama Sef Adewale wedding. Now they planning wedding already.
Peace, peace.
He said now 40 years in go marry. More can I date there? They plan Ashoebi and Ayama she. One
I
go
think
cook.
if we plan that, the ingredients go cheap pass for now.
Even Bio say we could invite him. You know, since Adewale don't become popular. Uncle Bio, you welcome. You go be father of the day. We go use you replace that in Papa.
I'm telling you, you go be father, you go wear agbada
You
with
go wear
matching cap
agbada.
and shoe. No, well, sister, this story, as I just see him, I don't even expect to see your show today. I think it's not tomorrow. As
Even
I
me.
see him, I can't say, waiting again. When I see him, I just tire for the matter. As they talk and I listen, I just dey listen. I say, Jesus, where is the world going to? Is it going in is it going to hell in a hand basket? Because I don't get it anymore. You see, this is why this show is very important. This is why this show is very, very important. And I'm grateful that everybody from all over is listening in, even if they're not commenting or whatever, but someone is gaining some wisdom. You see, somebody made a comment. That woman, that the caller the person that called in and said she knew the couple or she was aware of the couple. See, as women, let me drop this knowledge here. When you're marrying a man that already has a wife or had a wife or has had, honestly and truly, if you're going to marry, that is your life. You're going to be with this person for the rest of your life. Why won't you want to do all the research into this person before you get married to the person? If you want to marry someone that was married before and is no longer married, you have to be, as women, we need to be open-minded enough and remove sentiments. Sentiments, they kill us, and emotions. Call the first wife. Ask questions. Why did it not work? It might sound like a crazy thing to do, but this woman, if she had listened to that, because I can imagine the mentality, she's like, now you both woman, a Japanese woman, wait till you know, na me be African woman, na me know the men pass. That's the mindset she will have, and she will carry on. But here it is today. Japanese woman is alive, she's not. We need to start opening our mind to have I've dated someone before, was married. I was about to date him. He was married before, divorced, and he told me about his ex-wife, right? So I was opportune. I went to a party and it turned out it was the ex-wife. I went and sat down with the woman. We were gisting normally. So I started talking, I said, your ex-husband is, approaching me. I just want to know, why did you guys break up? Because I feel saddened when people go through divorces, especially, I said, so, why? What happened? When this woman tell me story or more, and she didn't do it in a spiteful way. It wasn't to spite him. It wasn't to make him look bad. She was just giving me facts. And there were people that corroborated everything she said. That was my saving grace. That helped me because I was liking this person. I could have fell a victim of emotional and physical abuse. I could have easily become a victim. So we need to start learning to put our sentiments and emotions aside as women.
especially. I don't know, Africa, before this message goes sink in, because we're a very stubborn minded people in Nigeria, especially. When you go, they try to advise people, they don't want to listen. They go won't do the one way they won't do for their mind. Sometimes they go to say you they jealous,
They will
or
cause you join
they
ourselves.
go cause you join them, say waiting you sabi, you don't marry, waiting you know. Or if you
Even
marry,
even
they'll say
even person when marry self, they will still cause you
they
join and say,
go
you know they
abuse
happen
her.
in your marriage. Now make
Exactly.
am.
Now you make, and you won't use your
Now
own
make
to
you want
rub
remove.
around.
Yeah. They'll say you know they happy in
Exactly.
your marriage.
They'll say they happy in your marriage. We don't know how to appreciate ourselves as women. You will grow up as girl. All your preparation for life now, how to become a good wife to a man. Man will be saying no, they get the same training. For house, they not teach am how to boil water. He not know how to go kitchen. Nothing. Not sabi clean. He not sabi take care of himself. He not even sabi simple grooming for men. He not sabi. So at this matter, it tire me. I don't know. We need school for boys and girls. Before you marry, you must do course of 4 years. If you not graduate, personally and psychologically, you are not fit to marry. Maybe now that one will go result to, because this is happening too much and too often. I know say they happen all over the world, but now our own we they more concerned about right now. And it's not as if we entertain abuse with any other color, but we need to start holding ourselves accountable. Women need to learn, we need to start learning to work together. If somebody has a differing opinion from you, as a woman, open your mind enough to hear what that person has to say. That person may just save you from a lifetime of pain. Not everybody is an enemy. Not everybody is jealous of you. Nobody's interested in what you have. Nobody cares. Be very realistic and honest about it and do what you need to do. It's sad. This woman is gone today and has left innocent children. Who now is going to take care of? We don't even know what's going to become of those children. Now government go take over, and the state of America will be say there's been a lot of abuse in foster homes with children, especially African children. This really hurts my heart. We need to start doing better. Marriage is not for everyone. It's not by force. If you don't marry, it's not the end of the world. I get it. When you're surrounded by people constantly telling you you have to get married, you have to get children, biological clock is ticking. There's so many homeless children. So children full orphanage that are looking for love, people to love them. They not see. Not only your children be children. Sometimes you can even have children, and those children will grow up and not be the ones to be there for you. You might be a total stranger. Let's, learn to start to educate ourselves. If you don't know, read. YouTube is all over the place. Google, read, understand. You can't live a life in a cocoon and expect changes. It doesn't happen like that. We need to start learning. That's why the society is where it is. You have a bunch of old men with ancient ideas still ruling us and suppressing, and they think it's okay to suppress people. Look at the government. You can't count women in the government. You can't count 5 in your hand, top level. You
Now
can't.
them now. Now them destroy Nigeria. I'm telling you, now
Now
men.
they destroy Nigeria
Now
because
them destroy
now.
Africa.
Yes, and now
Now
men
men
that
destroy
they
Africa.
make decision about women affairs. Now men they do it's not supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Well, may God help us. But this is all I have to say. It's just sad. It really broke my heart listening to the story and everything. But I'm praying, I'm hoping. It's not just prayers. We need to stop. See, religion is sonu. We need to stop it. Understand the God that you are going to, the person that you're going to meet for spiritual guidance. The person, the creator of the universe is inside of you already. You
To the
don't
people
need
that are
an
still
app.
going through abuse, what do you have to say to them? Social focus.
The
Somebody is
people
watching this video now, or those that will watch it later, and they are going through abuse. What do you have to say to that person?
run. Do not look back. Run. It sounds cliche. Run sounds cliche. That is the only solution. Run. There's no justification. Somebody said one time is too much. It's so true. That's my motto. If you as much as raise that hand, it's not coming down. That is just a fact. You have to run. You have to let it sink into your psyche. My mom told us long time ago, because I had a great grandmother in my lineage that the husband beat to death. So her grandmother heard that story, told my grandmother heard that story and passed it on to my parents, right? My mom told us as children, say, if any man touches you one time, if you just use hand push you like this, not even look back. That's what she told my dad when she married my dad. She said, the day you raise your hand, I'm out of your house.
They go come back, come beg you. They go bring flower. They go buy you present.
So
Don't
not
get
be they
carried
see you
away.
give the
It go
flower.
happen
It
again.
go happen. But not be they see you to present the flower to. You shut it down. All the windows, the doors, everything. When you say the figure access, you shut them down. If they're in front of your house, you call a local stranger day or outside your house. It's just that simple. I don't know how else to say it again, because abuse. See, the lady that we're all cautioning in the comment section, I hope she's still listening. Essie, wherever you are, this is your time to run. You're 19. You don't know anything. You're a baby. You're a babyano. You don't know nothing. If you start your life at 19, accepting abuse and thinking you can mend a broken human being, or more, you are on a long thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much, Solution Focus. I appreciate your contribution. Give this video a lunch. Before Solution Focus, like this video. Like this video.
Auntie B won't calm my temper.
Sorry.
Because
I don't remember to talk am.
Oh, no, not be you. Now the wicked people when they this live show, they enjoy this show. Over 1,400 people at a point in time. Una no one green like now because I they talk, una they like the video. Like the video for your own self to mark your attendance. Please. Auntie B, we have been following your channel for so long. How people they talk and what they call him?
We have been following this channel from
the
the
birth
womb.
of the channel. from the birth,
from the
conception.
From the time when I think one of your children I sowed the seed into your heart to say start a channel. From that time.
Not even Toby. Not be Toby. The truth is that it's not even Toby.
It's Toby's younger brother.
It's his younger brother. Now the younger brother.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah. Now he won't do YouTube. Now say no, you are too young. He was like 10 then. I think he was 10 then. Yeah.
Visionary young man. And he said, okay,
he even started to record some of the videos. I said, no. I don't feel. Thank God I did not agree, because man, the abuse for YouTube is too much. The abuse on social media is too much.
Yeah. But at least
Auntie B, you see.
Wait. As African parents with coconut head, are you both hearing now? Now Auntie B picking
10 years old.
At that time, sow this seed. Auntie B listen to a picking. That is why many people are being helped today.
I don't listen to my children, no. I don't listen to them.
That's not proof now. You not say it will not break like this down. Because
I just
join you.
They are the future. If you not listen to your children, now you know.
So this is the genesis of why the Obodo farm community is growing today, because Auntie B listen to the voice of one of her children, a child.
My child.
It is very, very significant.
My children.
Your precious one. So back to today's story. You won't start first, Ella.
Omoye don't scatter everything. We're not scatter. She has unified everything on ground. But the one way it happened to this our beautiful sister right here that has sadly lost her life, and to the young lady that is also in the comment section that is also trying to be a fixer for her abuser. Now, number one, people they say if he raises your hand, it's too much. I know they wait to see who they raise hand. But they never born the person.
It's a decision that you make.
They never born you.
You make that decision. You see that I like that Sierra Leone woman that came out and said that the husband was not communicating and he was raising her. But the day she told him she's going, she said never again. Brother adjust himself. So he had it in him.
Yeah, exactly. Auntie, he can never be comfortable because he knows that the woman will step out. If you do anyhow, you see anyhow. You know if they do anyhow. My mom be say, I'm not going to wait for you to say whether you had the thought of raising your hand. First of all, how do you treat people around you? If we go out And the service people are there, whether na waiter or na we go golfing, you they treat person bad for the golf course. So it's a sign for me to say this person is crazy. You don't deserve it because you don't respect human beings. If you talk down on children, say you get younger ones or you know younger people, you talk down on them because of your age, you bring ageism, that's a red flag for me. If you have attitude, this one are the steps. So into when you see abusers, because not be one day they wake up, they slap you. They go either don't they insult you or people around you, or they will be undermining your intelligence. It's always easier when you get out from the beginning. Nobody, some women go and say, "Oh, we have invested a lot in the relationship," as if they na funds, as if they na Bitcoin.
Business. Even in the New York Exchange, they are also called market losses.
Commit your loss. We invest. See, the earlier. See, when you make it, I understand men, their psychology. I understand how they are. Men, when you make a man the center of your life and you make him know that without him you cannot live, you cannot breathe, and you make him know that he is everything that you are living for, the chances of him, I'm not saying you shouldn't live for a man or you shouldn't love a man and appreciate them, but if they know that you are the everything, you are everything, some of them will take advantage of that.
Yeah, very true.
Not everyone, but some of them. So be careful. But if a man knows that this is me, I will tell you this is who I am. If you bring it, somebody was asking me, we're having a discussion with somebody the other day. Sorry, come on, sister.
No, Allah.
Yeah, Auntie Bina, why you they travel? You know, even they do like married man or the way you say they travel, self. Some married men, some husband will never allow their wife to travel like this. So
haters.
Really?
Are you married to some husband?
They say some husband, they don't go let their wife move an inch. They will say, no, you cannot go. I say, I begin to laugh. I say, they travel before we even they do the show where we they go visit the ladies and everything. If I feel they travel like that, then much more now where they even they do work where we say my husband even approve of, where even support now even they tell me say they do the work of God. Now you know why you go tell me say good? Because now control be that. As long as I'm doing my duty as a wife, I make sure that the house is well kept. There is food. In fact, before I travel, I make sure food. And they use food, finish them for here. Put food everywhere. In the one I cannot cook, I get caterer to cook it. Why? Why you go tell me not to go? Why? He said, some men, they're not going to agree. You cannot travel.
That is a man that doesn't want his woman to fulfill.
I said, but my husband knows me already now. So it's not, he knows. We don't have that kind of relationship where he could tell me, say, you can't go. Exactly. I will ask and say, why? Why can I not go? Because no, it's not about control or telling people what they can do or what they cannot do. It's about respecting allowing people to live their individualistic life. Exactly. Without trying to manipulate them. You cannot say, don't go this way, don't go this way. You are the one that will be telling me when I will drink water and put cup down. Abba. No, I cannot survive. I don't go fit. We will kill each other.
Women that are currently in a abusive relationship, and you are saying, Shebi Auntie already dropped video earlier today. You are saying that you are staying there because of your children. You are a wicked woman.
I lie you. Yes, sir.
Nobody has told you this. I'm telling you, one of the comment sisters is telling you, on behalf of your children that cannot speak, you are a wicked woman. If you are staying in that domestic violence relationship, it's affecting your children. You are there saying what will people say. You are there lying to yourself, saying that you are saying that because of your children, you are a wicked woman. You better pick yourself up and live. Live alive. Live alive where you can tell your story. You listening to Tina now. She called him, I think it was from Belgium, said her 3 daughters are listening, told us briefly of how she left. You better live. If you don't live alive, your children will suffer and you will be the cause of it. I'm saying this thing now and I'm not minding it. Nobody's begging you. You are currently inside that relationship. You are hearing me right now or you will hear me later. If you do not live, then you are a wicked person. The men have called into this session. They've also talked about their experience. John and King Blaze. I'm so proud of those men for talking about their experience. And they said, one time is even too many. They left.
Yes.
If you do not live, you do not love yourself. You do not love your children. If you are staying in there for any reason, that is so selfish. You are looking outside, you are saying, what will people say? Oh, where will I go? Oh, I don't have anything. If you don't pick yourself up, pick your children up, pick your document and leave, you are a wicked woman.
In addition to what my sister has said, this is for the women or girls that are currently, or anybody in a relationship that is violent, whether it be domestic or international, whether it be emotional or physical. If you are currently there and you have no children, please, if you choose to remain in that violent relationship, do not
Don't bring children in.
World. I take God and everything in me to beg you. Do not add to the issues of the earth. You say the man is the one giving you money, he's taking care of your family, he's sponsoring your brothers and sisters to school and everything. Your family is giving you pressure to leave. Remember, all it takes is one blow for you to die. I will tell you a brief story. What do they call this thing? This lockdown that just happened last year for Nigeria. So, one actor / OAP, Yao, he used to do Instagram live. Some women were calling him, talking about their domestic violence
From
issues.
Lagos,
From
yeah.
Lagos. One woman, her husband beat him because he used pando potato and not pounded yam. The abuse in the marriage was so bad that the house girl ran away.
The woman was breastfeeding.
The woman was breastfeeding
when
this man slapped her for giving him pando potato. The house girl of the woman run, saying no fit stay when her husband, when Oga, they beat him mama in madam. This woman was an educated woman and she was a banker. Obviously, when she married the man, all these men were going to say, when you marry me, you will stay with your, you will stay and feed the children at home. This man already showed her signs. The day before the traditional marriage, he slapped him. He slapped him. The woman said, when she's already pregnant, what can she do about it? She will just marry. Now you marry, they beat you because of pando potato. Another woman calling to the show. She said the woman say, made the woman run no, because she was married to a military soldier in Nigeria, a military man. She left with only 5 naira and all her children. She ran away. Even her sister-in-law, they tell her say make you run because this is brother. Now so they beat people up and down. So if you come here, you want to give yourself excuses in your head. Your conscience is telling you, that calm voice in your head is telling you to leave, to move. You say you want to drag yourself back. Let me just tell you, you don't love yourself. And since you do not love yourself and you have chosen not to love yourself by being in that toxic relationship and environment, just remember, for the sake of the common sense sisters and every member on this earth, do not bring in children into that toxicity. And if you already have kids, do not bring in more kids to experience this violence, because it is not healthy. It is not healthy. Then those of them when go to disguise, say now mental health na the new to make people they use, say they cover wickedness. If you are mentally ill, anybody, all of us get things within our brain. We all know you will know where to go. If you have headache, you take Panadol. You don't go and beat people on the streets. Therefore, if you are having issues, underlying issues, don't go and look for a person that can walk you through, a psychologist. Your partner is not your fixer. They are with you because they want to be loved. They are with you because they want to be loved. So if you have not reached the emotional capacity, you are not physically okay, mentally okay, spiritually, financially, or whatever, to hold a relationship, be by yourself, work on yourself, learn how to appease your triggers. Don't come and be blaming other people or expecting other
holding
people.
other people responsible for your trigger.
For your BS. Our people, we say we blame culture. Oh, they are bringing the culture, they are bringing the culture. Hey, that is true.
If I think about the way he went about deleting this woman, it makes my blood cold.
Auntie, this is premeditated because I watch criminal cases. This is premeditated, calculated, and even from his 911 call, you could tell that he wasn't terrified. From his voice, he was very calm. Person where they fire, but they do like that. He was very calm, so he calculated everything. But forgetting with his,
he did tell the police people say, "I'm with my children. I'm with my children." You don't leave the woman there in the basement.
He doesn't know there's something called forensic. He doesn't know how far. He doesn't know that there's something called forensic that will link into everything, and he's so wicked. Now those children are abandoned. There's a history now. People are hearing this one now, red flag upon red flag. There's a history. The one from Canada 2 days ago. There's a history. You better leave. Don't fix anybody. Whether you are a man or you are a woman, you are in that deep situation. Don't fix anybody. Anybody that doesn't treat other people right, can never treat you right. Anybody that claims to treat other people right and is treating you different in a very wicked and mean way, making you to tolerate it, that's a wicked person. You have to leave. You can never change anybody. Prayer does not change anything. Prayer is not the key. Common sense is the key. It's happening in the physical. Don't spiritualize anything.
Even if prayer is going to change, let him do the prayer by himself. To be changing himself. What happened to you for solution focus?
It kicked me out. I wasn't sure. That's why I was like, oh my gosh. So that's why I had to post that. So I wanted to just add really quickly, somebody in the comment section was saying that some women like being beaten or whatever. Okay. That's a different topic and that's a different thing entirely. There's some women who are into masochism or whatever they call it. Let me not twist my tongue. There's some people who enjoy that. It's different from abuse. There's some people that get aroused by someone spanking or beating on them. That's a totally different thing. So let's not equate it to abuse. I wanted to correct that because quite a few comments have come in.
That's just so twisted.
You understand?
Women that likes being beaten. That's completely twisted.
That is twisted.
That's to tell you that she's not okay.
Exactly.
The woman is not okay. Look, King Blaze said it. If you see a woman that wants you to, he said it. He said, because I know in America, I don't want to lose everything I worked for.
Exactly.
Somebody that has a future, that has a career, he knows what he's working for. He's not going to allow himself to be arrested because one sick woman wants to be beaten up.
Exactly.
Or you want to say because some people that will come
BDSM. Thank you, Sarah.
or some people will come here and be saying
do BDSM with you. No agree, brothers.
Exactly.
If you meet that kind of woman, run. No
they even use some set guys up for you.
Exactly.
They will claim saying so it they won't be that. They will use and set
try it.
Some men up. Not
have
even
to go very far. She go and look for Christian Grey. You're not
Thank
Christian
you.
Grey.
May go Grace, whatever. You should go and look for where they go to, to go and get that. So the guy that called in and said that is the right attitude. You don't need that because in this country, especially when it comes to black people, the matter is on a
you told me
different
to
level.
share my link. We have 3 more people in the studio now, and I was thinking to end by 3 hours.
Kick me
Jesus,
out. I'm sorry.
You say I should share my link. Hola, 1 minute.
May they talk. Can't it be? You know this.
Hola, are you here?
Have one-on-one.
Have I added you? Let me add Hola. Okay. Hola.
Hola. Sorry.
Hello.
Hola. Hi.
Hello, Sister V.
Good evening.
Good evening, my sister. Thank you for all you're doing. I'm calling from California.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to share my story too, but work won't allow me right now to take some little time off to comment on this. Actually, I said in the comment, I have a friend too. Right now, she's being abused every day by her husband. And the guy will not even allow him to work. He cheats. He gives her STD. She gets antibiotics.
Where are they?
She's suffering. They're in Nigeria. The guy works all the offshore company. Offshore. He comes home after every 3 months. And when he comes home, you see that here or there is not home. Even as a very good friend of mine, the guy even made out with me because he came to US and he wanted to have
Nigeria is another level. I have a lot of people on my phone that want from Nigeria, but I told them that unfortunately we don't have the resources to support people in Nigeria, so I'm not bringing people on from Africa. A lot of people in Africa, a lot. It's too much.
She's even afraid. Right now she's afraid.
Why is she still
parents
there?
Are dead. The parents are dead. The guy will not even allow her to work.
But she's
Why is she still there?
She's going offshore. Make she pack.
Make she get offshore and leave.
You know, there was a time I introduced her to a friend of mine. Like she operates and she introduced me to an NGO. The friend of mine lives in Dublin. I told her. She said, okay, I'll get the number. But later she changed her mind.
So it's because she doesn't have money, that's why she's there.
Baby fear of the unknown. I told her.
No, does she have money to live?
She doesn't.
Exactly.
Right now,
that's the cocoa. It's not fear of anything. Nobody enjoys being beaten. I think she doesn't have the finances to live.
A woman has left 5 naira. 5 naira.
Yes.
Yeah,
no, she's used to a standard of life. Okay.
No,
and because the man did not allow her to live, she's depending on the man financially. That's why she's still
there. This guy is. There was a time he drove the guy's car. because the gas was not, there was not enough gas in the car. The guy came back and beat the hell out of her. That why did she touch his Benz? Beat the hell out of her. But
Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that.
what I'm even calling is, there was a statement you made that if somebody leaves, they are still coming to beg you. They are still coming to bring flowers. I see my dad beat my mom. Hot whip, koboko. He used it to beat my mom, even the presence of my grandma. Then when we were very young, 6, 7, 8 years old. So the thing is, she left 3 times. They kept coming to beg her, please, sir, we are sorry, we are this. My mom will come back again. It will take all of us away, and they will come back. She will come back again. But the third time that she will leave, my dad was not even at home. That she left with all the children. But I will tell you one thing, Sister B. I didn't until I joined your program. I didn't know that thing affected me, even as an adult. I'm going to be in my 50s next year. I never knew anything about red flags until I joined your just whatever. Started listening to all the people talking. As I said, I want to share my story so that people can hear. We don't like the common sense sister said. Any woman that says she's staying in the marriage because of the children, she's a wicked woman.
Yeah.
2017, I ran. Unfortunately for me, God saw my heart, opened the door of America for me, and I left. Till now, my husband is still wondering what happened.
Where is he?
Because
In Nigeria?
He's in Nigeria, yeah. He's in Nigeria. He's the kind of person that I realized when I was into the program that he has been damaged while he was young.
Yeah, please come. Yeah. Please is saying that Ola, my number is on the screen. Yeah. If you want to come and share, we'll book a session for you.
Yes,
When you are free, so you can come and share with us, okay?
I'm going to share.
So that others can learn from it. Hopefully, maybe your friend too can learn from it. Maybe that will give she the salvation she needs.
And
Thank you very much.
One funny thing is the husband will not even allow her to join any social media. He doesn't want to see her on any social media.
Well, don't
Yeah,
worry.
YouTube she can watch. She doesn't need to post anything on YouTube. She can watch.
When your friend is ready, she will take her decision.
Yeah. Thank you, Ola. Yeah.
All right, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah, take my number. Yeah, it's on the screen.
I will. I have your number.
All right.
Contacted you. I will.
Okay.
I will have it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It worked out after all.
Yeah. You keep talking about how you are cooking. I'm seeing all your comments in the comment section. How you are cooking. How you are doing this. You have 1 minute. You have 50 seconds.
I hope our math did that.
You have 50 seconds, Bill.
Now when I enter elevator, you can't give me chance. But okay. I want.
I know work. You do elevator.
Solution focus.
Solution.
Yeah.
Solution.
How may I be of assistance?
So the solution, the name of the food is cooking. B.O. You dey cook inside elevator, eh?
Exactly. More than any answer.
Not the cook rubbish.
I know
we will find wife for you for this place. You say you dey find.
No, I don't want man again. I celibacy. I won't do. I be celibate.
I want you to see face. If I see face, I know say no go celebrate for even one day.
I dey fear now.
You dey fear?
Anyway, may I quickly use my 1 minute talk the one where really did my mind, you know.
Okay.
So what I want to say is this, because you have strong resources, you know, you are a resourceful person because you are surrounded by people who have great experience, great idea. It might not even be their own life experience, but they are vast in knowledge and ideas. You understand? So in as much as your program always helps us to learn a lot, we also want to see if there are things we can recommend for people as well. You know, like for instance, after this show, we can see how to identify an abusive husband or partner. Okay, because
how to identify.
Yes, how to identify. Because I see this your program, a lot of young chaps are not keen into this program, you know. So a lot of young chaps, those that are not married yet, so that they can be guided. You know, understand? You know, because this abusive thing, I believe, I know nothing is absolute. Some will agree, some will not agree. I believe it doesn't start one day. Do you understand? You know, 99% of the time that this relationship, this thing has started even before now. Do you understand? You know, the thing is already there. Just that people just decide to ignore it from the
Yeah,
beginning.
but we said one of them today now. Bill, we
Mhm.
said one time
Mm.
is enough. If somebody crazy and now
Yes.
one time, only one time.
No, I understand. You said one time, but what I'm saying is these things happen even before they get married. That's what I'm saying. Do you understand? That is
Yeah.
before even that one time self, 99% of the time. Trust
But
me.
Sister B, I think you have a video that talks
I have
about
a
red
video about
flag.
red flags.
Red
Yes.
flag.
Oh, okay.
I also
Yeah,
have a
okay.
video about why African marriages are failing.
Yeah.
Great. Great.
And
Yeah,
she
she
Great.
has
And
some
I
very
put
good
like 20
resource.
comments there. That was a live show. I put
Yeah.
Okay,
about
great.
20 reasons
So
why
you,
they are failing.
yeah,
Maybe I
Great.
will send them to you if
Oh,
yeah.
you
great,
if you
yeah.
great, great.
contact me on WhatsApp.
Great.
And
Thank
another
you.
And
thing is
Thank you.
that
and
sorry. Another thing is that she also says the lesson, even when people come and tell the story, as people are telling the stories, the lessons are there, and then she also summarizes it at the end.
Right.
at the end of
Right.
the show, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
the solution. That is the
Yeah, that's the
solution.
solution.
That's
And
it.
even listening
That's
to
it.
Adewale, even though Adewale
Mhm.
always starts his story with from the same thing again, which is very, very good. I applaud him from that.
Yeah.
Adewale also puts out some very valuable points that are also
Right.
very useful to the ladies, even before entering into a relationship. Like he did some of them today,
Right.
about some things. But anyways.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
So that was what I wanted to say, but else a lot of
Okay.
links and videos are already there because there's nothing. Because why I'm saying it is because sometimes it has become that I know there are new things that happen every day. Don't get me wrong, but this issue of abuse, marriage, and everything is even becoming a everyday occurrence right now. You know what I mean? You know. So we're not pray for bad thing. Before next tomorrow now, you will still see another story. You will see comments. You see what I'm saying? So we need to
Yeah,
struggle
but
hard to keep pushing. You know.
no, but the thing is that see, it's
Mhm.
not the truth is that Bio, the truth is that
Right.
it's up to each and every one of us to educate ourselves.
Yes.
Personal development is a responsibility that everyone owes themselves, right?
Right.
So
Right.
the way we're brought up, of course, you know where you're coming from, you know how you were brought. There's certain things that that doesn't work. So the
Right.
ability to unlearn those things and take the ones that are good and healthy for you is very important because it's
Right.
not just one way. The reason why we're hearing these stories more and more is because these are people who've already made the decision and are already in it, and they did not do the necessary work before they met each other, right? But for those people
Right.
that are listening, right, and the married ones that are open to learning and better and helping their relationships become better, then they now take it as an assignment. It shouldn't be
Okay.
just one person doing the work because
No, of
usually in an
course, yes.
African setting,
Yes.
in an
Yes.
African marriage, right, you find out that most of the time is the women that want to improve themselves personally. So
Right.
it's for each and everyone now to go back
Yeah.
and say, you know what,
Back.
there's certain patterns I saw, right?
Right.
I need to stop doing those things because I see that it really is not a good thing.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate
Thank
you,
you, Bill.
Obodoyibo. Your
Thank
show
you,
is
bro.
going worldwide. Worldwide. I told you they're coming from Texas. Someone said they didn't see my video because I know nobody can see me right now except maybe
Yeah, I'm hiding you.
Yeah, I know you can see me, and I like that
Only me can
because
see
We
you.
can see him
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, we dey check the water
Una
for
see
them.
me?
But I see am.
We can see your shirt.
You don't hide the camera.
Don't be too sure.
So what I'm saying is that your show, see, on a serious note, you're moving. Your platform is everywhere. So I just want to make sure. Yes. So no
Thank
problem.
you.
I'm not living on anything you can
We'll
do.
jam
Keep
again
supporting.
now. Thank you,
All right,
Bio.
take care.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go shop this food by itself.
Because inside that they turn to celebrity for this show, so not be smart.
They like Anna. Not be
We
the
like-
talk.
we like-
They look for LinkedIn wife again, no.
You saying the fine wine where they earn 70K and above.
And you not say whether the 70K now before or after taxes.
I mean after taxes.
You not say whether
Live
not before
life.
death or after death.
Live life. You are live, and you are connected twice on 2 devices. Which one should I add now? Hello. Live life.
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Auntie B, can you hear me?
Yes, you are connected with 2 devices, but it's fine. Go on.
Okay. Sorry, my breath. I'm actually at the gym, but I just came into the bathroom. So I just joined the program. I didn't really hear the beginning of the whole story, but I started hearing people comments, and I know it has to do with domestic abuse. So I live in California, and I had my ex fiance in Nigeria. I know that when I was in Nigeria, he would say some things about how strong his dad was. He would say, my dad that you're seeing now that is so slim. Back in the day, my dad used to be so big. My dad would just use one hand and fling my mom from the door to the window. He was so, the way he was saying it, it was like something of pride.
Pride.
So then I'll be like, so this papa, he will say, Papa is stressed. So that's Papa is looking like this. So Papa used to be very strong. So there was one day we're talking on the phone, and there were some kids that were talking outside his window. So apparently I could hear the voice of the kids. So I was telling him that, where are you? I said, it's really noisy. He now said, it's all these children that are talking behind my window. The next thing I heard in the background was, hey, make una come out for the window. If I hear your voice again, if I come out, I go cut on her neck, come out. That's why I run, though. I run for my life. That's how I left this guy. Like, I did not even bother telling myself. I was planning to go back and get married to him and everything. I didn't bother. That was how I disappeared. So I think the signs are there. People say things, but I think the biggest thing is we don't love ourselves enough to know
Yes,
to know
absolutely.
what is good for us. We don't. And the problem is from the way we were raised. We saw things happening. We thought it's normal. It's not, though. Thank you, Auntie B. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
sweetheart. Yeah, absolutely spot on. You just re-echoed what a lot of people have already said. No love, no self-love, and observation. Common sense, sister, you mentioned that thing just now, the way they treat other people.
Yes, auntie. You never see where people we go. I say you take me out on a date. You are talking to the waiter anyhow. But that's the last time. And I will not tell you, why yo? Oh, it's not you, it is me.
Yeah, because it's about, if you see somebody disrespecting somebody else,
yeah,
you're on there, you're on there, it warm up, we go soon land, we go reach your turn. Now turn by turn.
And people know that. You see this lady now.
From the gym with common sense.
From the gym with I see auntie now. From the gym with common sense. She say, yeah. She run.
He said he brag. He said they brag as mama, his papa said they throw papa mama up. Oh my God. That's to tell you how damaged he is. He doesn't even recognize it as abuse.
Did she ask
that
for
one
details?
Beat wife.
This woman did not ask for details. How? What did your mother do? Or is that how they play in the bedroom? The woman say, yeah, and she left.
Hassan, make you not just stroke my ego for years a day. So all of una.
Auntie B, you global now. You global, even better. Hey, Jesus.
Auntie B, you global now. Everyone just forever they listen to this show.
That is what is. Samolu say even if friends recognize in voice for here, all of una own celebrity pass my own self. Come on, sister and solution focus. Everybody when they this show know una. Nobody no know now.
Auntie B, they whine us.
I beg. No, not true.
I know they tutorials. So
no, the day one I know they here, honestly. Everybody they ask of una for comment section. They will ask of una say, well, una. I say una they come.
Any day they not see us, make it their duty to take care of you, and then when we show up, they go say, we took care of
exactly.
They go
give us reports. They go write.
Yes, so updates. Somebody say something then on her name, say that they jealous, say only on her get that.
Spanner of dignity. I see that person. Spanner of dignity.
Yes, so that's kind of higher level of international too. May they work out to get international
We're just
spanner.
having fun now. Hi, Lara. What do you have to say? You are the last but not the least caller tonight. Yeah.
Hi,
welcome.
Auntie B.
Good evening.
Good evening, and everybody else. I'm calling from the UK, and I have called in before.
Okay.
And I'm just speaking from a survivor's point. So I have listened to everybody, and everyone has comments, what they want to say. But first of all, I want to say, anyone who's been abused, I want to say, don't call them wicked for not leaving the situation, because it's more than that. When someone is abusing you, they're telling you you're nothing. I got you from your parents' house. You were nothing. It takes a lot, and you start to believe that. So to say someone who has not left an abusive situation is wicked, it's not. I won't say it's wrong, but just
Hold on,
be
Lara. No,
mindful.
no, no. I think you're misunderstanding what they said. What they actually said is that if you say you are remaining in a relationship because of children and an abusive relationship, so you need to say it fully. If you
Yes, ma'am.
say, because a lot of African women use children as an excuse,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
because abuse damages children, if you turn it around to say I'm staying because of children, then you're a weaker person.
Yeah, and that I can agree, and I can
Yeah,
agree.
that's what they
For
said.
me, yeah.
Mm.
So I've caught him before. My situation is too diabolical. So I was in a marriage where I married young, and he was older, and from Africa. I came here. If I did not see my mom leaving my dad, being abusive, beating her, all sorts of things, I don't think I would be alive today. So
Mm.
all I can say to women is have a plan. Have a plan how you're gonna escape, how you're gonna exit if you actually say you are done. Don't believe in a situation you know you're not ready, you're scared, you don't have money, you don't have friends because you have told all your friends you're being abused, but you go back, they get tired. Your family get tired. So all I'm saying is have a plan, save a little bit, save money, small, small. I don't know how.
Mm. Mm.
That will help you. And
Yeah.
then know there are people out there to help you. I'm in the UK. There are people you can call, there are people you can cancels. It might be not the life you want to live in terms of marriage, but somebody's out there to help you. I had to learn. It took
Mm.
me 5 years to get out. So all I'm saying is it will take time for you to get out. Abuse is not being beaten. Abuse is not you not having money. It's a lot when it comes to abuse.
Okay.
So
Thank you, Lara. Thank you very
thank
much
you,
for
ma.
bringing in. Have a good evening. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am ending. Please, nobody should come into the studio anymore, for real. Thank you, guys, because we have a show tomorrow and I need to go and sleep. I need to go and sleep. It's like literally 10:30. Winty Jonjo,
Oh, hello.
this is
Another
your
one.
name. Winty Jonjo, you come again with this your name.
It's Waiting Jojo.
Is it a real name or is just a
It-
studio name?
It's
Is
a
that your real
studio.
name?
No, that's not my real name.
Winty Jonjo.
Winty Jojo, don't join. It's Waiting Jojo.
Waiting Jojo.
Yes, Waiting
Okay.
Jojo.
Welcome, Waiting Jojo.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Good evening from New York City. It's 5:27. So I don't know
City
what.
of the Lights.
New York in the house. Hey.
You're welcome.
Yes. So my contribution, I'm going to make it brief.
Mhm.
The thing I notice is within the francophone communities, there are
Mm.
quite a few francophones I went to school with, people from Senegal, Guinea, Mali. They also tend to live more here in the East Coast in New York City. Most of the time, the men are usually cab drivers. So what happens is when they get their papers, they go to their country and they go marry a woman. Now, there's cultural differences. Sometimes when these women come over here, they don't really know this man. You understand what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
don't know if it's the same situation that happened with this lady.
Yeah, it was from Africa. She was married, we were told. Yeah.
Yes. I'm sure it looks like she was a woman who was filed for and came here to join her spouse.
Yeah.
And sometimes when people don't know each other and they get into relationship like that, coming to the Western world, there's an idea she has. Living
Mm-hmm.
back in Africa, the man is expected to take care of you. But when you come over here, it's more like you're in a marriage of partnership
with your
Mm-hmm.
spouse, because the economy, the way this country is structured, it does play a significant role in relationship. You
Yeah.
understand? And here is billing every month, bills
Yeah.
every month.
Yeah.
So as a woman too, you need to chip in. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying that the man should not be carrying the 70% or 80% of the relation, but let's be realistic. But that's
So that's
what
another topic for us now. Is a
another,
video. Is a
yeah,
video topic. What to expect when you are marrying a diasporan African
exactly.
women?
I
What
was
to
the one,
expect?
yes, I was the one who sent you that message with a lady in Massachusetts on
Yeah.
Instagram. I was the
Oh, I
person.
see. I see.
Yes, I think
Mm.
we need people at home to be informed. When
Yeah.
you come into this country, or you're coming to you're going to the Western country, there should be, things that, you should know.
Yeah. We're
Like,
gonna do that video.
yeah,
Yeah, we
people should
will.
be given like a course, like a life guiding tool,
Yeah.
especially if you're coming to marry and settle with somebody.
Yeah.
Please know everything that is going on. Things like child support, things
Mm-hmm.
like paying bills. Because the truth is, in Nigeria, for example, some women have never paid bills in
Oh
their
yes.
own house.
Absolutely.
Let's be real. Let's put it, some people are still living in the traditional, I don't know if I should call it.
Setting. Yeah.
Yes, they don't know what is that, because
Yeah.
there's a family friend of mine. The guy went home, brought his wife from Nigeria. From when this woman set into this country, she never worked for one day. When the
Mm-hmm.
husband tried to tell her, "Can you help me at least?" What she said, in Nigeria, it's husband that take care of woman. Oh. Me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here to come and work and do anything
Mm-hmm.
to help you.
Mm-hmm.
So the mentality is different. There's a shift. The men want to play smart. They say, "Oh, I'm going back home to bring an African woman." They use the black woman to get their papers or whatever. Sometimes it's business, sometimes it's not. They go home and bring the woman. They think they're smart, but let me tell you, these women of this generation in Africa, the millennials, they are smart. They are smart. Some of them, they will not let you take their hard-earned money, and then you think you're playing a smart game. You think you're gonna get a submissive wife. No, you will not. So please, before you move in from from Africa to with a man in the Western world, please do your research.
Yeah.
Do
Thank
your
you.
research. Don't be
Mm.
just be fantasize that you want to get out of where you are. You're going. Abroad is not a heaven. It's not
Mm. It's not. It's not. Yeah. Thank you, Winty Giorgio. I
okay.
appreciate your
Take care.
contribution.
Bye.
Take care. Say hello to the whole of New York. I miss America. I was saying to someone that I really want to come to America. I've missed
Auntie B,
America.
you
I've
don't
not
miss
been.
Canada. You don't miss us.
Canada is so expensive. I can't do shopping there. It's America.
It's
The
true.
reason
It's
why
true.
I
It's
go to
true. It's
America is
true.
to go and do shopping.
Yes, that one we agree with you. We don't also do shopping
Canada
here.
is too expensive. I couldn't buy one top when I came.
Then get stuff for here. And maybe we never even talk about that one. I beg.
Now shopping I they can't do for America. That's what I love about America. I need to
It's
go
true.
and do shopping. I miss America. Yeah, so we don't do 2.5 hours like joke
No,
like this.
three
We
and
do
a half.
3.5 hours again today.
It's good.
Chineke na God. Anyway, ladies, if you are watching this, we are going to end. Anyway, let me allow you guys to end first before I will say my own. Come on, sense sisters, you first.
My own ending, half of the common sense is that my own ending is simple. There are 3 men with common sense that called on the show today. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, many of them called, but I'm going to address only 3 men. You remember their name? Number 1, John.
Yes. Me, I remember their name, John. Yes,
Listen
King Blaze.
Number 2, King Blaze.
Yes.
Number 3,
Bio.
Rahim Adewale.
Adewale and Bio. Bio too.
Bio.
You know what called brother Bio?
Bio again now. No, we no go add Bio because Bio not tell us what he they cook.
Okay,
all right.
you
know what make all
Adewale,
of us see
yes. Adewale, yes.
So listen to what those guys, like these men, have come out to say. That is from a man's mouth. So if you don't hear the advice when women they give you, Listen to her. Thank you, peace. Listen to her. Dewale, John, and Blake's. Love yourself and don't put your AJB. You're too much. Enter. Continue. Sorry. Love yourself and do not be in toxic situations. You are bigger than that.
Yeah.
My
Thank you,
uncle.
Ella, sweetie.
Thank you,
My
Auntie.
sweetheart.
Auntie B. Auntie B, they come and name like ice cream.
Auntie B is always using sweetie for Ella. I don't know, God, I go work on my voice. So
I beg now, me be the sweetie. Auntie B, not call anybody sweetie for you.
The one I say they do, they make me laugh. I cannot talk to you guys without laughing. I bet next show, when I come tell me about my parents, I want to hear more about your parents.
Yeah, that one we are very selfish with that too.
I need to hear more about because their stories they always crack me up. They don't buy you that phone.
They don't they call us. They don't they call us since so now make we don't they hang the call, but we say when we
that WhatsApp group when I must form and whether I like it or not. That family WhatsApp.
Hey, no. Now the grandchildren go do now with their grandparents, not with the direct children. So my own be say, as human beings, we should just know if you are living in a toxic environment can be like in a family, especially in a family unit or in a relationship, whatever. So toxic environment will breed toxicity, and then you become a toxic person, either as a receiver, continue to receive those like toxicity. You make excuses for that, and you disguise that as that is normal. So that's why we always say that the earlier you live alive to be able to tell the story, the better for you.
Absolutely.
Loving yourself is very, very simple. Face the mirror. Tell yourself, I'm not going to tolerate BS. I will not tolerate verbal abuse. I will not tolerate emotional abuse. I will not tolerate insults.
I choose me.
I choose to respect myself.
Treat me the way I treat you. If I respect you, respect me back.
Yes, and I expect to be respected. I choose to respect others, and I expect to be respected. And being angry is a natural emotion, but your anger cannot be misplaced on me. You have to deal with your issues, and I have to deal with my issues. If you have your terms, tell that to yourself. Any mirror you see, I mean, first carry your camera phone.
Because some people say they not get mirror.
Say that to yourself. And if you are a parent, as a mother, I keep hammering on mothers. If you are a mother and you have children and you are in this situation, please leave. All the stories that we've had these back 2 days, they have history. The police people say they have history of reports of DV. So please live alive so that you can tell the story, so that you can be able to speak up and tell story like Tina, who called from Belgium that had her 3 daughters listening. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Auntie B. I hope you have a nice evening.
Click the like button, no.
Who be this one now? I think so we'll make this thing subscribers only. I be don't come out for there. Who be this one? I bet nothing make sense out of this one. I know what this one he talk.
The presenter of this marriage said one instance.
What did he talk? I don't understand. Anyway, it's not important.
All these people,
it don't make sense.
Just really, you are not.
The English don't make sense. Right better English.
Now you know whether it's easy for you or not easy for you. If you think it's easy for you, keep that to yourself. But we are telling you.
When they delete you, go easy for you to rest in peace.
Yours truly. Common sense sisters.
Thank you, my darling. Solution Focus. Over to you.
Hey, my people. Bye. Okay, they already left the stage.
They don't leave, yeah. Bye, girls. We love you.
We love you, love you, love you. Sister B, thank you again for another enlightening episode. So what I would say is that there are people, back home, you will know people that are maybe are wanting or desiring or aspiring to be obodo wife from Nigeria.
Yes.
People should be advising themselves. And those who know them should be telling them, giving them the lowdown of what they should expect when they come. I have a friend who's she and her husband, before they moved, she had called me and she asked me, she said, they're moving to the States and they're thinking of relocating. And I said to them, I said, the first question I'm going to ask you is this: how is your marriage? How solid is it? Because if you come to America, if your marriage is not standing on very healthy ground, it will collapse. So the foundation is not right. Go and check the foundation and tighten it before you come. Because if you come, the society has a way of breaking things. Why? Because you're no longer going to be a full-time housewife if you were a full-time housewife. And if you are an independent woman and you're looking to work, you're not going to have time like in Nigeria. Even though you're working, the expectation is for you to still come home and cook. You might not have that time to be cooking every time. So these are things that you should address with your mates
And
and
the man
address.
needs to know that he needs to get into the kitchen now. There's no house help.
There's no
Ekaite
house.
is not following them to come to the US, so he needs to wash his
Exactly.
plates.
You
He
need
needs to
to
hoover. If the children are young, he might need to be baiting them and doing the things he
exactly
doesn't used to do in Nigeria.
in
So, I mean,
Nigeria.
we're going to have that conversation here. We'll do
Exactly.
a live video about what to expect.
Thank you. That would be a very good one. So on this issue, I'm to the ladies out there, if you're in an abusive relationship, please run. If you are in an abusive marriage, right, don't announce before you leave. Separate yourself first. When the man is not at home, find a way, run. You don't need too much. If not only $100 in your pocket, take and run. Go somewhere, go shelter. Then be doing long distance divorcing of marriage if that's what you want. Don't be in the same place with the man, because it usually doesn't end well, right? And for men that cannot control their anger, there are people that have to get into physical, like boxing or wrestling to take out some of that anger. There are a lot of people who do it here. They'll go into boxing or wrestling or whatever, or taekwondo or Brazilian, whatever. Go into one of those things and just express your anger on your on the what's it called, the sack or whatever it is, kickboxing or whatever it is that you need to exert, because anger is a very toxic, if taken out of context. If you cannot control, a man who cannot control or a woman who cannot control anger is a very dangerous person. So we have to learn how to control the anger so that it doesn't get the better of us. We don't have that emotion, but we need to learn to have control over it. For the Christians, be angry but do not sin. Okay? Be angry but do not sin is very important. So let's learn to love each other more. And as women, let's learn to be more open-minded. If a man has been married before, especially ask and dig. If the man cannot handle your digging, let him go. Because you have the rest of your life to live with this man. Think about it. You have, so let's say God gave you, the creator of the universe has given you 80 years to live on earth. And then you meet this man at the age of 30 or 20 or whatever, but he beats you for 50 years. And maybe he does because he has beaten you. Because when you beat a woman, it is in her later years that they start to feel the impact of that physical abuse on their body. And they start to fall ill. They're prone to all types of illnesses. So abuse is a very dangerous thing. Let's learn. Please learn to love yourself. Personal development is very, very important. If you don't know about it, read. Get on YouTube, Google, find out information, reach out to those that can help you better understand. It will help us breed healthier generations. If you don't have children and you desire to have children, please go to the orphanage. There's so many children that are desiring love. It doesn't have to be your own. Sometimes your own is not the one that takes care of you. Or however they put it in Africa. It's not a must that your children will take care of you. Sometimes it's the people that you don't know that you have cared for one way or the other that will
That
come
will
and
take
look
care of
after
you.
you. So please, let's start opening our minds to things like that. Thank you very much, Mr. B. You have spent so much. You're tired, I know.
I
Rest
am.
well, and I'll see you tomorrow for sure.
Tomorrow, yes. We have another one, that the one we have tomorrow. She's coming to tell us about how her American dream quickly turned to a nightmare. So somebody it's you that was talking about just now, talking about how people want to relocate. It's something like that. Her own story is the story of relocation as well. Okay, so she's coming to tell us that story today. And when abuse has already started from Nigeria and you bring the abuse here, you know that it's not it won't work. Some people, knowing that they are in an environment where things actually work, that you actually call police and they will hear you, not the one that police station in Nigeria will be settling DV cases. They'll be telling the woman, you too, why are you talking to your husband anyhow? Man, go home, go settle. Go home, go settle. This will not be police matter. Yeah. It's almost 4 hours though. I'm telling you, Monilola, I am tired and we have a show tomorrow. So thank you very much, Solution Focus. Have a good evening.
Thank you. You too. Love you.
Love you, sweetie. Love you very much. I'm just going to end by saying that there is absolutely zero excuse to justify why you should take another human's life, another human being's life. If you cannot give life, you shouldn't take it. And ladies, if you are listening to this, I know domestic violence happens from both men to women and men to women to men, but it is we that are more at risk of being deleted because of domestic violence. If you are watching this video and you are being slapped around, you are being pushed around, you are suffering emotional abuse, act now before it is too late. 2 women in 1 week have been deleted. You will be the next, except you make that decision to run. Don't fight for property. Oh, I never encourage anybody to fight for property. Leave that house alone. Don't fight for anything. Take the most important thing is your life, your children. Like you heard Common Sense Sister said, the woman left with maybe 5 naira or 10 naira. This is in abroad. If it's 100 pounds you have or 50 pounds, whatever, as long as it can buy you a train ticket or a bus ride, take your children and run. Run for your life. If you don't run, you sit down there. And women endure, women are enduring. You might be the next RIP. It's not a bad, I'm not prophesying for you. I'm not telling you, I'm not giving you a bad, to scare you, but you better be scared. Because if you are scared, being scared, that fear will keep you alive. Don't take anything for granted that it will never happen. This beautiful girl never knew that she was going to be deleted. The ex-wife warned her. She didn't listen. She's seen an obodooyinbo man that is coming from Japan to America. She jumped and followed him. I'm sure she thought that her life is made once she gets to America. Can you look at them and see? Even just looking at them, you can tell that these people will have nothing in common. He's claiming to be 41. Somebody was making us laugh in the comment section to say that it's the wickedness in his heart that made King Blaze was making us laugh by saying that it's the wickedness in his heart that make him look so old. This man is not 41 as far as I'm concerned. He's much older. Okay? We all know that all Africans know how to adjust passport and, put football age. And she had the signs were there because the ex-wife warned her. She didn't listen. Love yourself, women. Love yourself. If you love yourself, you will be fulfilled. Stop running around looking for something that is not missing. Abuse must not be tolerated. There is no if or but. And that's why I fought with some people today. Even though they are my subscribers, I fought with them in the comment section. And I blocked some people as well. Because you cannot justify it and say, oh, what if maybe she was saying something? No. No, there's no excuse. It's about you. Take responsibility. Control yourself. You don't beat your supervisor at work. You don't beat your manager that gives you too much work and makes you do extra. Brings you in at weekend to come and do. If you don't beat your customers, if you are a business person, why do you go and beat somebody that is the mother of your children? This woman just had a baby 7 months ago. But the wickedness in his heart made him to hate her so much that he used USB cord to wrap her head. Next, after he finished deleting her, he set the house on fire and then called 911. My goodness. I'm sure she never thought that it would happen. And this is what I want to leave you with. This is what they said. Police have been called to the resident several times. Okay? She never thought it would happen, but it will. It will. One day, monkey go market and no go come back. It will happen. If you keep thinking it will not happen. You see? There's history. If you have a history of DV, whether it's physical violence, domestic, emotional violence, whatever it is, save yourself because sooner or later, something will happen to you. One of the callers here came and told us about how they beat her auntie so much that the woman is sick now. She's having health problems. Every day she's going to hospital. Why would she not have punches every day? Do you know what punches do to your brain? Do you know what it means to have brain injury? If you have a brain injury, it's not physically like your brain will be open. I've worked with people that have brain injury. It is very difficult for them to live normal lives because they cannot even engage in anything. They are angry. Some of them, any small thing like this, the way they will behave, you'll be wondering, yeah, it's brain injury. Oh. Maybe somebody has punched their head, oh. Maybe they've had an accident, they push them, oh. Save yourself, my people. Love yourself. Even the Bible says, for those of us that are Christian, love your neighbor as yourself. It never said love your neighbor more than yourself. Your husband is your neighbor. Your wife is your neighbor. I like what King Blaze said. And the other brother that came here. He said, I love myself. I took myself out of the abusive relationship. And I'm not going back. Why can't women do the same thing? Don't listen to family that will say, mama, careful, they'll be counting for you. You have children here, you have children, don't mind them. If you die, your children will suffer. Those family, don't listen to them. They will not look after your children, no. They will not. They will cry and mourn you. 1 day, 2 day, the third day, they are eating their rice and stew. Your children will suffer. Save yourself. Live. Yeah, John was the one that said it back. Live to live. Pack your bag and baggage. Do not drag house. Don't drag property with your husband, though, especially if you already bought that property before he married you. Even if you bought it together, don't drag. I never support dragging of property. Take your life is much more important. If you're alive, you buy. Even if you cannot buy a house, if you have one room, manage it. Your children will grow up and buy for you. Take yourself and leave. Do not stay there in the same house. You are negotiating divorce. You are negotiating alimony. You are negotiating child support. You are negotiating rubbish. Your life is much more important. You see, that American citizenship, American passport, all that nonsense is useless when you die. Nobody can inherit it. Even your children cannot use it. So I'm saying all this to say that we say no to abuse. We discourage it in the strongest terms. And any woman that is suffering from abuse out there, or man, because a few men do, please save yourself. Women, please run for your life. If you don't know how to do it, you live in the diaspora, we are here for you. Unfortunately, we cannot extend to Africa at the moment because we don't have resources. But if you are in the diaspora, anything diaspora, call this number. Don't call me and tell me, oh, Auntie B, please, can I talk to you privately? I don't want to come on the show. Please don't bother. Because I don't have the resources to help you in private. Since you are so ashamed. See, you see what happened in our community? People are so ashamed of everything. They are ashamed. What will people say? People will say what that thing you've been hiding. Maybe she didn't tell her parents now. This beautiful girl. Now that she's dead, what will people say? We that are even Nigerians that don't even know them. Are we not talking about them today now? You know how many people have watched this show tonight? You know how many blogs have carried it on Facebook everywhere? So people will talk when they've deleted you. Save yourself and live for your children. I'm back tomorrow. I have a guest tomorrow. So my talk will be reduced tomorrow. Whenever I have guests, I like it. She's coming to tell us about her nightmare from Nigeria to the abroad. Thanks a lot, everyone, for watching tonight. Let us be good and decent human being. What you cannot live with, don't give it to someone else. This man now is just destroyed his life and the life of the woman. The woman is gone. He's going to end up in prison for the rest of his life if he's lucky and they don't put him on the electric chair. And the children are just going to be scattered. All for what? Because you cannot manage your emotion. You cannot control yourself. Wow. It is well, though. I will see you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m., same time, here with my guests. And we'll have another conversation around these issues. May the Lord help us. Thanks a lot, guys, for being here tonight. Have a good evening or good afternoon, wherever you are. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you are watching later, thank you very much. I will see you tomorrow. Oh my God. Who is this one now? Who is dropping this bombshell here now? Condoleezza Rice. Wow. That's heavy. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry if that happened. Wow. That's really, really hard. Wow. It is well, though. God bless you guys. Have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye. Bye, Tammy. Bye, Samolu. You become a celebrity now. Bing me. Thank you very much. Pat, you're welcome. Thank you. Anita, thank you very much. I celebrate all of you. Moninola, thank you. Solution Focus, you know I got mad love for you. No need. You already know. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good evening, guys. Love you. Bye.